The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
And the serve just clears the top of the net, played by the Bombers.
Media Group production.
Into the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the Nice 95.5 mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Jeff Schaefer.
Good evening, folks. I'm Jeff Schaefer, and with me again tonight is the 2011 Washington State Coach of the Year, first team All-American running back for Bethel University in 1996, Ogilvie alum and Ogilvie Hall of Famer Jeremy Tweet. Jeremy has stepped away for just a second, which is no big deal because we have a super surprise guest for you all tonight. The field is named Strateski Field, and tonight with me is Gene Strateski. We're going to do a little Q&A right after a couple commercials from our sponsor. So, folks, look forward to that. We're going to throw on a couple commercials here, and then we will be back with big old mean Gene.
Wagonins Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagonins Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23 Ogilvie.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store
Yes, and thank
today.
you for joining us here
That's
on
great
KBEK,
tasting.
WCMP, Q Media as a whole. We have Ogilvie head coach Dave Halverson from the Lions.
All right, folks, we are back here, and with our opening segment, we got Deanna on the camera, Deanna Small on the camera again for us, doing all of that video work. And I have the coach of the decade. That's right. That's Gene Strateski. Gene, it is I'm so glad to have you on. I know you're normally running the sticks, and so you got to get down and go do that. But glad to have you on the pregame show here. And so I'm a new guy to Ogilvie, and so I need a little bit of your journey here. So, what first drew you to coaching football, and how did you end up here in Ogilvie?
Well, I always kind of wanted. I'm not sure I wanted to be a coach when I went to college, but once I got through with it, I said okay. And things kind of just evolve. And my previous school before I was here, I was assistant football and head basketball.
Okay.
And then made a switch. I got married. My wife wanted to move out of the little town we were. We come up to Ogilvie. Principal called me, and we interviewed and got the job. And this is where we've been ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So who are some of your mentors or influence that shaped your coaching style?
Okay, I would have to say my high school football coach,
Yeah.
Ralph Mutzliger.
Awesome.
He was a guy that I really respected a lot and liked the way he did things. And then as I go to a lot of different coaching clinics, you listen to different guys, how they seem to do, and then you try and pick up whatever you could from there. And then all of a sudden, I think our style just kind of evolved over the years.
Yeah, sure. And if you're looking in the background here, we got a couple Ogilvie alum here. Yeah, Benji, you didn't even know you were on, did you? Benji Bessler back there, our athletic directors, Jeremy Tweet also here as well. So What are some of the traditions or values that you've tried to instill in Ogilvie football, and are you still seeing those kind of today yet?
I would guess what I really tried to instill into the guys is just the love of the game.
Yeah.
And they wanted to play. And I'd have to say I was blessed with the best players in the conference for a zillion years.
Yeah, for quite a while. Those banners are still up in the gym there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and and we kind of did things a little bit differently as we come. When I grew up, it was always pregame, quiet, no noise. When I got here, I said, hey, we're going to things do different. And we put a little AC/DC on, loud locker room, and it was just really one of those things where I wanted the boys to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because football is supposed to be a fun game. All right, and we started doing that, and next thing the tradition carried on, and you could tell in the sequence when it was time to do things. And one thing is when Back in Black came on. The game face come on.
Yeah.
Because that was it. And when that song was done, we head in the gym and ready for the pregame and go out on the field.
You know, I was warned a little bit about this interview. I was told that AC/DC is going to be brought up for sure, and so I was glad pretty much right away you bring it up right away there.
Right away. I got to say another thing that was a tradition for a lot of years. We played in McGregor, I think it was like 89, opening game of the season. And in the preseason, I thought we had a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Okay? And we got beat 6-0 on a blocked punt.
Oh, no.
And I'm thinking, like, what? Not to degrade anything, but it's just like, God, we just didn't play.
Yeah.
The next week we go to East Central. And before the game started, I saw the guy sitting in the gym. And I looked at it and I said, oh, my gosh. These guys are so uptight. I don't know what's going on. So we started a tradition. I brought them in. When we were done, I said, hey, guys, I got a story. And that's where it started, kind of a joke story.
Yeah.
Funny things that we did, and that kind of broke the ice. And we come out and just played a great game. And then the next game, first thing they'd holler before we're going out, Coach, story.
So then you had to come up with another story.
And I tell you what, for 25 years, coming up with a story every time that's different.
Oh, my.
Yeah, but that's kind of traditions that we had. And like I say, just to make the game fun. And the second thing is we played a lot of players.
Yeah.
And
you were 11-man for the most?
The whole time.
The whole time?
The whole time. And we had a varsity team, a JV team, and a C squad. Yep. And everybody knew that they were going to play a game someplace during the week because we didn't cross them over.
Right.
If you were playing a C-squad game, that's where you stayed.
Okay.
And so they knew, hey, we're going to play.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. So kind of looking into the community and kind of the legacy here at Ogilvie. It's a tight-knit community. I found that out already in my first year and a half here. What role does the community play in the program's success?
Well, there's always been support. The first time we went to a state tournament in '87, we had just a fantastic team. And everybody, they had touchdown towels.
Oh.
You go in the windows, it was Go Lions, and markers in the yards. It was just, and that kind of carried on, and everybody goes.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but what are you most proud of for your coaching career here?
I would say what I'm proud of is not necessarily the wins and stuff, but just the quality of the kids and how we kept things going. When I first came, we were down, the numbers were down. We didn't have enough players to line up 11 on 11 in practice.
Oh, geez.
And after a couple of years, we had two good classes. Next thing, we're dressing 65, 70 players for every game. And it was very intimidating when the other team, I think, saw us on the other side of the field coming off the buses.
Yeah,
we didn't travel in one; we traveled in two buses.
Yeah, look over on the sideline, and you're seeing a lot of orange, and you're seeing a lot of black or white, and whatever the jersey may be that day. Yeah, that's
and we always thought we were going to win.
Oh, yes.
That was it.
Mentality.
I mean, we go into the mentality was, hey, we're going to win, and if we don't win, it's like, wow, what happened?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you could leave one message for future Ogilvie players and coaches, what would it be?
Just keep things going, enjoy the game, learn to love the game, and do the best that you can every time. That's all you ask, is to play the best you can play. And if it's good enough, that's how I always end my talks. If it's good enough, we're going to win. If not, well, let the chips fall where they may.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Gene, thank you so much for being on with me.
My pleasure, Paul.
Yeah. All right, we'll get back to that. Gene, you got to get to work. I gotta finish this up, and Jeremy's going to get on here with me too, and we're going to watch a little bit of Ogilvie warm up here. That once again was a legendary coach. The field's named after him, Gene Strateski. Gene, thank you so much. We're going to hear a couple words from our sponsors as we look forward here.
Thank you.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about
Mom's
the A&W
Parkside
root beer
Cafe
freeze?
in Pine City
Signature
proudly
combos
serves
and
breakfast
delicious
skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Here's the pitch. Open Monday through Friday.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the
Finding
team
that
needs to
missing
dominate
shin guard.
next season.
Remembering
Let
whether
Here's
it's a
the Pitch
home or
elevate
away
your
game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
All right, that was legendary coach Gene Strateski. Once again, the field is named after him. Great time having him out here. We're gonna go from the old coach. Oh, I got Jeremy on with me now. Jeremy, how's it going tonight?
It's great, Jeff. Sure good to be here. Exciting to hear Coach Strateski talk a little bit and to just share the history and what a special situation that is. You know, we're so blessed to be in the situation we're at. You know, here I am, you know, at age 50 and being able to experience all the stuff that went on through the Ogilvie past and hearing him talk about kind of some of the traditions and the AC/DC in the locker rooms. And, you know, when Back in Black was played, you know, everybody's mind just kind of changed. And it really was. When that song came on, just, you know, everything changed in the locker room.
The mindset really went.
How fun is that, you know, when you can look back and just see, you know, the power that you have when you're together as a unit, you know, and our coaching staff, headed by Coach Strateski, was phenomenal at just kind of bringing us together and making sure we're on the same page. And so when you go through all that and then hear it again later on from your coach, from your mentor, you know, that's pretty exciting stuff. And to be able to be up in the booth right now on with you, Jeff, and looking across the field and watching Coach Strateski, you know, on the down markers over there and watching other former players as coaches. Coach Dave Halverson was a former player here in the Athletic Hall of Fame. His son, Adam, as the offensive coordinator, Derek Magard, defensive coordinator, and all three of those guys played in college and just kind of what a great role and situation that we have to be able to have guys that are leaders in our program, in our school, that can just continue to tradition. And you know, it's funny, you have certain things that you hear, the cadence that the quarterback comes up and does every single time is the same exact cadence that's been going on for like 30 some years, you know, and it's still still the same cadence. Some of the audibles that happened when I was playing are still some of the same audibles. I hear the quarterback audible, and it's like I know exactly what's coming, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to be able to reminisce and hear all that. So thanks for putting him on the air and getting a chance to give people a chance to hear what he had to say.
Yeah, he almost pulled the, I guess I don't really, I guess I do remember telling you I would do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to go from a past coach to our current head coach, Dave Halverson. Dave Halverson was able to sit down with Game Day Gilman here at WCMP.
Yes, and thank you for joining us here on KBEK WCMP Q Media as a whole. We have Ogilvie head coach Dave Halverson from the Lions football squad. Week 3 already, Coach. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. And can you believe that it's already week 3?
Yeah, it's gone really fast, and coming up Wednesday already for the game Friday, so won't be long till we have another one.
I know. So, starting off with a win against Silver Bay at home, 50-14. What did you take away from that game? We'll start with the negative and go positive on this one. So, what did you see from that game that you really wanted to improve on?
I think we gave him one long run, kind of on a broken play.
All right, folks. Well, that was definitely not the correct soundbite. I'm going to do a little bit of digging here. But as we look forward to, we do not have Silver Bay. We have the McGregor Mercury tonight. And the Mercury so far this year, 1-4, kind of giving up 161 points this year and only taking 77 points. Only 2 games this year, Jeremy, they've scored more than 1 touchdown. So both sides of the ball has kind of struggled.
Yeah, so McGregor, I went up and watched the game last year at McGregor when Ogilvie was up there, and they didn't have a winning record. They were 0-6 or something at the time. But I have to admit, I was really impressed by the tenacity and the way that they hit, and they were really young. I don't know if they had 1 or 2 seniors last year, so they have almost their entire team back this year. Our section, Jeff, is really loaded. It is really tough. There are some phenomenal teams in our section. And then on top of that, you have the Mille Lacs Raiders, who went to the section championship last year in 1A, who moved down to 9-man and are now into our section. So you've got a team right now that's really hungry in McGregor. And I was watching some huddle video and stuff on McGregor earlier, and I'm just really impressed. They got a couple guys that can really run the football. They got a couple really strong linemen, and I know their record is only 1-4, but I tell you what, they're a team that makes me a little bit nervous in the terms of the fact that I see a lot of talent. I see a lot of ambition. I see a lot of drive, and they're young, and so they're kind of at that spot where they're hungry. They're ready to turn the corner. And so Ogilvie better be ready to come play tonight, because they're coming off a week where they did not play well at all at Cromwell. And, Cromwell's an extremely, extremely well-coached team, and they have been for years and years. And so, you don't come ready to play, they're going to take it to you, and that's what happened last week. So the Lions are going to have to figure out a way to turn it around this week, because McGregor watched that film, and they're feeling like they got a chance to come in here and pull off an upset. So really hope our Lions are ready to go tonight.
Yeah, I had talked with Coach Adam Halverson, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, and he said, Jeff, they may be 1-4 on paper, but he said they've had some very, very tough halves as they've been going through. They were really, really tight. They were really tight against Mille Lacs in the first half there. I think Mille Lacs was only up by a touchdown there. They ended up losing that one 36-6. And then Verndale, a very tight game, 14-0 at the end of the game. And so, that's telling you that the defense is working there. That's telling you that your offense just maybe couldn't get – I don't know what happened in that game. Did you watch a little bit of film on that Verndale game too?
Yeah, I did. And, Verndale is, again, a storied tradition. Verndale has been a power in 9-man for years and years, way back to even when I played. And so – they have a coach that's still there that when I played, so he's one of the longest tenured coaches in the state of Minnesota. they have a storied tradition, and their talent's down a little bit this year, which means they're not going to win as many games, but they still win games that they might not normally win because of just having that kind of a tradition. And for McGregor to only be down 14-0 at the final, that says a lot. And I think McGregor's really up and coming. I'm impressed with what I saw on film.
Yeah, and I'm excited, and I've been telling all of the coaches on the Lions sideline over there. I said, Jeremy, I'm excited to call a game that isn't a blowout, and I'm hoping that we have an exciting game today. I was able to sit down with quarterback Xander Kimball today and ask him a couple questions. So senior Xander Kimball, I asked him about his player development, and I just kind of said, hey, like where are you at? And he said that mentally he needs to be in the game, and that's starting at the warm up all the way to the end of the game. He said that in the past he's allowed his mind kind of to wander and hasn't totally focused in. So he wanted to close out all those outside distractions and really zero in on that.
Right.
I asked him about the offense and what we were going to see a little bit of, and he said, Mr. Schaefer, he said, we have been working on shotgun. He said, I would be surprised if we are under center any at all in this game. And so he also said that they were expecting to do a good amount of throwing and running, which we've seen a good balance from Ogilvie in games past. He was super excited about a new play. It's called the 17 wing power. It's a keeper play. I don't know why he would like that.
Right. Quarterback that gets to keep the ball. I don't quite understand that either.
He was really excited. I asked Coach Adam Halverson if I could say that it was if I could name the play on the radio. He said, Jeff, it's perfectly fine. Go ahead, because they got to stop it anyways. So even if they know it's coming.
It's all today's day with football. It's all online anyway. Like I said, I was online watching a whole bunch of highlight stuff from McGregor, and it's all out there. It's all available. There's not really much to hide. You have to line up, you have to execute, and you have to do your job. That's plain and simple. So I had a chance to talk to Xander a little bit today too, and he's like, hey, Coach, yeah, you were a little quiet this week. I didn't see you too much. I said, Xander, you didn't want to see me too much this week. I said, I was not happy with your guys' performance last week. I feel like you need to be tougher mentally. And he said, yeah, me too, Coach. We're working on that, and I think we're going to be a lot better this week. And, we want to have some momentum moving into homecoming next week against Mille Lacs. And he said, Coach, I'm going to have a great game tonight. I'm ready to go. And so we'll see. I'm excited to see what Xander Kimball is going to bring to the table tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And bringing things to the table, we have plenty of advertisers that we want to get give some recognition to. So we're going to go ahead and play a couple of those advertisements for you. Thanks for catching up with us in the pregame show here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze?
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends 7 till 2.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, Catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch
Soderstrom
elevate their
Septic
game.
in Mora is
Here's the
here for
Pitch.
any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's 320-515-1081. Soderstrom Septic, Mora.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
All right, we're back, and PA announcer Scott Bowman is introducing the teams here.
The offense for the McGregor Mercuries. Number 2, junior Braden Paquette. Junior number 3, Cooper Guyan. Senior number 11, Cody Danielowski. Junior number 14, Hayden Fredrickson. Number 34, a sophomore, Clyde Swedberg. Number 37, another sophomore, Hunter Rubich. Number 54, a junior, Derek Gautier. Number 82, Owen Surfling, a senior. And number 84, Caleb Burke, a sophomore. Now the Ogilvie Lions would like to take this evening to recognize these seniors who have committed many years to this program. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Ogilvie Lions seniors. Number 2, Xander Kimball. Number 11, Brody Smith. Number 31, Ryan Milslegel. Number 38, Caden Feldy. Number 40, Mason Forcell. Number 43, Landon Hatfield. Number 44, Tony Bitts. And finally, number 99, Carter Magard.
All right, those were your starting lineups, and we are going to look over to the flag right now as we have our national anthem sung. Oh, played by the band.
And the Ogilvie Legion is leading us with raising the flag.
All right, directed by Murray Manning. That was the Ogilvie High School Band. We are out here on a very, very calm night. Looking at the flag, we don't have any wind out there. Nice night overall. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Jeremy, you are too. I'm guessing 70 degrees, maybe. Beautiful night for a good Ogilvie Lions home football game.
I tell you what, it feels good to wear orange and shorts on an October night here. I remember an October snowstorm back in '91 where we couldn't even practice for 2 weeks.
I heard about that. I was still trick-or-treating.
So we'll take that. We'll take that. It's okay, Jeff. I know you're younger than me and more spry, but that's all right. So, no, we're really excited for what's going on. It's calm, peaceful. My drones class was able to be out today flying drones and not having any troubles with the wind and getting some pictures and videos, so super fun. So here we go for our kickoff.
We got Carter Magard back. He's got a big old cast on his right hand there. Number 99 kicking off for the Lions, going left to right. And going back to number 9 for McGregor. Number 9 busting through. A pride tackle there at about the 39-yard line of the Mercury.
Yeah, it was Cooper Guyan, number 3. He's one of their main guys. They have 2 guys that carry the ball the most, and they were both back there on the kickoff return, and the Lions defense did a nice job of stopping them, so the ball will be at the 39 moving forward.
Did I miss that number? I thought I had Drew Kangas on that one.
Yeah, it was number 9. Number 3.
Number 3? Oh, I did have that one wrong. Okay. Well, that's all right.
Well, we're going to see a lot of number 3 tonight.
Yes, we are. Here he is at quarterback right away. A little motion from number 11. And deep in the backfield is number 26. That's Johnny Hoffman with the sack.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you what a first play on defense. They tried to run a little counter sweep right there, and nobody blocked defensive end Johnny Hoffman, and he was right there for a big loss for McGregor.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a 10-yard loss, 7-yard loss on the play there. 8 yard they have on the scoreboard right now, which is up and running. Oh, scoreboards are great things, aren't they, Jeremy?
Well, I tell you what, between our athletic director and our great electrician Ryan Byer right now, they did a great job of making sure that scoreboard was ready to go.
And back to pass is Drew, who is big target number 11. Number 11, that is Cody Daniel Liskey.
Well, just a straight quick drop back and a real quick release right across the middle. He got some great yardage back. It's going to be now 3rd down and 1 for McGregor, and we'll see what the Lions come up with on defense here. We'll see if they're in a 3 or 4-man front. My guess is it'll be a 4-man.
All right, we got Kangas once again. He's under center. And looks like 2 wing backs with and we got a little shifting. Goes to number 3, Cooper Guyan. And Guyan does get the first down for the Mercury.
Well, I tell you, the Lions kind of mixed it up right there. They brought Feldy in from linebacker and put him down at a D tackle. They had a 5-man front right there, and they were just able to move the line just enough to be able to get the first down. So that was an interesting adjustment by the Lions. We'll see what they do in the future here.
Yeah, and it looked like the adjustment was made correctly. I mean, McGregor was set up pretty heavy at the line there, and it's like, well, we'll throw one more on the line too. So from the shotgun is Kangas, and Kangas with a little handoff to number 14. 14, that's Hayden Fredrickson, the 5'10" sophomore.
Well, I tell you what, they tried to do that same thing. They run number 11 in motion from right to left, and they snap it to the deep quarterback, and he hands it off coming around on a jet sweep to the left, and boy, McElroy just shot through that gap right there and made another great play for a 3-yard loss. So far they've tried to run that twice. It's been unsuccessful. My guess is they're going to start trying to pound it between the tackles a little more.
Kangas from the gun with number 37, I believe, next to him. And off to his left and racing up, getting almost to the sideline, all the way to the 48 of the Lions is number 37. That is Hunter Rubik.
And that's the other guy. We're going to hear his name quite a bit tonight, both number 3 and number 37. We're going to hear their names a lot. And they, again, this time, just like I thought they would, they went right back between the tackles, got pounded out a 7-yard gain, and so it's 3rd and 6 for McGregor.
All right, and we're seeing a lot of toggling. We're under center again here. A fake to 37. I got lost on that one, Jeremy. I didn't see that.
Well,
handoff there to Hayden Fredrickson.
Well, total different formation now. Instead of the shotgun, they came under center. They went double tight, double wing, and now they're trying to run the misdirection with the fakes. They ended up handing to the fullback right there, and our nose guard and middle linebacker were right there to make a stop. Probably a loss of 1, so it'll be 4th and 7 for McGregor. Great adjustment by the Lions defense.
Yeah, and to your point, that was a great adjustment. They're going for it on 4th and 7 here. Guyan with an incomplete pass to number 11, Cody Daniel Whiskey.
Well,
so just a little high there.
We obviously know who they want to throw the ball to.
You bet.
They've had 2 throws, and they've thrown to number 11 both times, and the first one was successful. This one was not. What I am impressed about, though, Jeff, is when they're in the shotgun, a lot of quarterbacks don't like to get rid of the ball quick. They want to see everything quicker, and he did a nice job. Guy did a nice job of getting rid of that ball really quickly.
Yep, very, very quick here. Here we go with the pregame. Just like I said, we got Xander Kimball back, number 2. Hands it off to Caden Feldy with an 11-yard rush right up off the left side there. Good lead blocks there all the way up. That's a Ogilvie Lions first down.
Oh, man, that was fun to watch. I tell you what, the line just shot off the line of scrimmage, knocked McGregor backwards, and Caden Feldy looked like he had a little bit of fire in his step there from last week, and it was fun to watch him just shoot right through that gap and run a guy over for a first down.
For sure. Yeah, it looked like he was running downhill. That is for sure. Kimball once again from the shotgun. Hands off to Brody Smith there. Brody Smith right over the center, and that Brody Smith very close to a first down there as well.
Well, that time they tried to use Feldy as a lead blocker for the fullback. Hayden Feldy's actually the tailback, and Brody Smith the fullback, and Brody saw a gap and he cut it back inside, across the middle, and got an 8-yard gain. 2nd
and 2 here. Kimball from the shotgun. Smith off to his left. Feldy right behind him. Oh, deep pass. Kimball back, and it balls loose, and finally Kimball with a 20-yard loss on the very high snap there.
Yeah, it went about 8 yards over his head. It wasn't even close to him. So everybody was just running backwards from the very beginning, and not a good situation for the Lions. They are now in 3rd and 22, and it's unfortunate because they were really moving the ball here.
We do see Kimball under center here. Kimball under center with the split back. We got Adam Shodin split off to the right side. Kimball moving off to the right and tackled deep in his own territory by number 84. That is Caleb Burke, the defensive defensive line, getting all the way back there and tackling Kimball for a loss. So we're going to 4th down. We're going to have 4th and about 27, 28.
Yeah, McGregor just stepped up on their defense right there, and Ogilvie's in a really tough spot. So they're going to line up to punt it here. Feldy's going back deep. Ball's at the 37-yard line. Feldy's standing at the 26.
Feldy, good snap. And a deep kick all the way to McGregor's 35 and 37. That's once again Hunter Rubik. All the way up to the 43 of the Mercury.
Yeah, I've only seen 2 times where 37 has had the ball in his hands, and that's Rubich. And I tell you what, as a sophomore, he's not easy to bring down. It's pretty. He's got a pretty intensive running style, and so we'll see how that plays out. I've been really impressed with the 2 plays I've seen the ball in his hands.
Yeah, for sure. Being a smaller guy in high school, I know I would not have liked to go up against him. That was not Guillen. That was Braden Paquette at quarterback there. They switched their quarterback out. That's number 2, Braden Paquette. So switching their quarterback. Paquette a little bit shorter. They have him as a junior, and then Guillen is back out there again. So I don't know if that was an intentional thing.
2 different formations, Jeff. When they go under center and they run their double wing, really tight formation, they put number 2 at quarterback, Paquette. And when they're in the shotgun, they like to put Guy in it.
Okay.
And then they move the Paquette out to a receiver when they're in the shotgun.
Yeah, that tells me there's going to be some trickery later. All right, so we do have Guillen Shotgun formation, looks like a little bit of movement.
Well, Ogilvie's getting some help right now as McGregor has made 2 mistakes kind of to start with.
Timeout, McGregor.
Right there. And they had to take a timeout because they just didn't want another 5-yard penalty. They're already 1st and 15.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to just hear a quick note from our sponsors.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
All right, that was Hunter Rubrick on the draw play there, getting some good yardage there for the Mercury all the way up. We're gonna see 2nd down and about 6 now.
Yeah, that's about a 10-yard gain there. That was a quick hitter just off the outside tackle to the right side. They did a really nice job coming out of that timeout and putting themselves in a 2nd and 5.
Braden Paquette there under center, hands off to the big number 3 there, Guyan. What are you saying, Guyan or Guyan?
I think it's Guyan, but you know what? We probably didn't do our homework well enough to make sure we know, so we're going to do our best.
We're going to do our best. Yeah, we normally give homework. We don't normally get homework.
Yeah, right. 7-yard gain there for a 1st down, unfortunately. So, again, little misdirection. They fake to the fullback, give to the wing back on the right side, coming to the left, and he sets up for a 1st down. They're at the 43-yard line of the Lions here. They're going to stay in that double tight, double wing.
Paquette under center. 37 goes in motion. Big 37 lumbering off to the left side. Tackled by number 11 for the Lions. That is Brody Smith, first on the tackle there. Also Brody Magard in on the tackle as well.
Well, it's unfortunate right there for the Lions defense because they had 2 guys in on the could potentially have taken him down for a loss. And both guys, I don't know if they had their eyes down and they just didn't see what was going on, but they both ran right by the back who had the ball, and he ends up getting 6 yards to bring up a 2nd and 4th.
Yeah, and that was Hunter Rubick, and a little bit of a unique gait he has. I noticed that right there, that kind of like high step.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. The Lions look like they got it.
Tony Bitts over there.
Yep,
showing that's Ogilvie ball. He's got the pink gloves on. He says, that's ours. You know that's ours.
99 Carter Magard saw the ball go on the ground, jumped right on it. It was just a mishap in the backfield for the Mercury, and the Lions recovered. So that's a huge break for the Lions, turning around, going the other direction at their own 37-yard line with about 4 minutes left in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you think they missed Carter Magard when he was out for that game and a half there?
No question. No question.
Kimball under center, hands it off to Feldy off the left side. That almost looked like a horse collar there, and it was.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say that he was off to the races. I think he was going. There was one guy left to beat, and knowing Feldy's speed, I think that was off to the races there.
Yep, they're talking about it right now. The jersey didn't jerk all the way back, so I wasn't sure if they would call it, but he definitely had a hold of the jersey on top of the shoulder pads behind his helmet on his neck, and that technically is a horse collar. So if they stick with the flag, it will be another 15 yards on top of the run.
On top of that 12 yards already.
And they are going to give it to him. It is a horse collar. That's another 15 yards for the Lions on top of the 13-yard gain. That puts the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line for the Mercury.
Yeah, that's going to be the best field position that the Lions have seen, and also that the Mercury have seen so far yet today. Both defenses playing really tight tonight, and not allowing a whole lot of first downs to move that ball. We've seen all the action pretty much in front of us here at Straight-Teske Field. We got Xander Campbell under center, split back set, hands off to Brody Smith, number 11, off to the left side, gets a good couple blocks from his lineman, and about a 5-yard game over there to about the 28-yard line of the Mercury.
Yeah, the Mercury came with two linebackers blitzing. They already had running a 4-man front, and they had brought 2 linebackers, and we were fortunate to get 3 yards out of that with that because we had just enough pickup on the offensive line for Brody to gain a few yards.
So Kimball, talking to me today, thought that they were going to be running lots of shotgun, and they have gone away from what maybe he thought that was. Oh, Feldy met deep in the backfield and pushing and bumping and grinding as far as he can to get to the 30-yard line. Looks like a loss of 1.
Yeah, on that one, the D tackle on the Ogilvie Lions right side was supposed to be picked up by the center, and he couldn't quite step over in time to get that block. He stepped right in the way when Feldy was getting the ball in the backfield. He put a little spin move on trying to get back, but will be 1 yard short of the original line of scrimmage.
So we got Hatfield, the center there, Landon Hatfield, the senior. With the play is Xander Kimball to Adam Shodin over on the right side. Adam Shodin breaks a tackle. Adam Shodin off the right side, and we're tackled just about the 7-yard line all the way on the right side. That's where it starts getting hard for us to see here in the booth, as we are way on the left side of the booth, and so we had to give a quick peek out of our window to get the vantage point.
Well, just
here.
A straight sprint out pass right there where they had Feldy lead blocking. He just chipped the end just enough to get the pass off to Shadeen. Shadeen made a nice move, but I tell you what made me nervous. Shadeen made the move, and the ball slipped up out of his hands, and he was lucky to re-grab it and continue for a first down.
Kimball under center, hands off to Feldy off to the left side. Feldy met deep in the backfield, and once again the Mercury coming up big in the backfield and pull Feldy down to the ground.
Well, like I said in pregame, Jeff, I really have been expecting McGregor to come out strong with confidence, and they know they need to stop Feldy in order to win this game. And so far, Feldy's had some nice plays, but they've also stopped him in the backfield twice. The thing that has to happen is Ogilvie has to continue to stick to their script, to their game plan, and they need to shore up a few things on their blocking schemes, and they're going to eventually bounce one here.
Looks like a little confusion by the Lions, and Lions end up having to take a timeout here. Adam Halverson a little upset that somebody wasn't out on the field when they should be. So having to use an early timeout. So now timeouts are equal on both sides. Both the Mercury and the Lions have used a timeout early here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's as a coach, it just you kind of cringe when you have to use a timeout when you don't want to, because you know that you're going to use those later on and they could become very valuable. But at the same point, you can't put your team in a spot where you're not going to be able to execute a play and put yourself in a bad situation.
That's correct. Seeing a little bit of an error on the screen, folks. Sorry about that. We are not in the fourth quarter. We're in the first, Jeremy. You probably didn't see that because you're not at the computer here. So we're getting that corrected for you. We have a 0-0 tie in the first quarter. Not sure what the time is. We're counting down on the timer right now for the timeout. So we'll get you the time left here in the first quarter. There we go. 1:25 left in the first quarter. 0-0 tie, the Mercs and the Lions.
Well, I tell you what, McGregor's coming in with a 6-man front right now, which means they only have 3 guys deep. So they are stacking the box. So we'll see what happens here.
Kimball under center. Toss to Feldy off to the right side, and met deep once again is number 84 for the Merc. 84 is that Caleb Burke getting in there deep.
When you go 6 defensive linemen, you don't have enough offensive linemen to stop it. So you got to make an adjustment. You got to figure out what are you going to do to be able to make sure that they're not going to get in there. And this is a situation where you might go back to the to the shotgun and give them a chance to see the field a little bit, because they're very susceptible to the pass when they have 6 men up on the line of scrimmage.
Adam Shodin off to the right side. Johnny Hoffman, wing back, number 26. That is Xander Kimball off to the left side, straight back, and once again taken down. This time it's number 54, Derek Gauthier, in on the tackle, deep in the Lions' backfield. That's going to be a huge loss for the Lions. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and 15. I got the clock ticking down. You think they're going to run another one before the quarter ends here, Jeremy? We're at 23, 22.
I'd say they're going to probably go into the quarter if they can, because they got to regroup. They got to use the quarter as a timeout. The reality of the matter is McGregor's got too many guys in the box. We have not made the adjustment on the offensive side of the ball, so they got to get together as coaches, talk about it, and say, okay, how are we going to adjust to this? Because we can't even run a play. They're in the backfield so fast. We don't have enough guys to block them. So make the adjustment, and we'll see what happens here coming into the second quarter, Jeff.
Yep, and that's exactly it. And so on our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, we have the Mercs and the Lions tied up after one at 0-0-0. Embrace Orthodontics, custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. We're going to hear from a couple more of our sponsors there, Jeremy, and we're going to take a quick break as they are flipping the field here.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it.
At Burnett Dairy
Visit
Cooperative, we're more than just your local
centraloutdoor.com
dairy.
to learn
We're also
more
a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
All right, Jeremy, we're starting off in we are in the red zone. So when we're in the red zone, we have Rush City Auto now has a location in North Branch called Standard Auto and Classics. 2 locations means two lots of inventory and used vehicles. Visit rushcityauto.com to see all the inventory. And the red zone is Rush City Auto comes on when we are in the red zone. So we have the Rush City Auto red zone every time. So we went for it there on 4th down, rolled off to the right side, and incomplete pass.
Well, I think it was the right call going into the shotgun in that situation. We had about 19 yards to go. Basically, you're just trying to give yourself an opportunity. So by going in the shotgun, the Lions had a chance. Magard went across the middle from split to the right. He was a little bit open. I think if the ball was thrown up over the top, he had a chance. Decided to go with the shorter route and lobbed it over the top, just too high for McElroy.
All right, so that's the Mercury now on the offense there. We got the shotgun, which means that they're putting in Guillen in the shotgun, and a quick little pitch to number 37, their big fullback or their big wingback, Hunter Rubik, and not a whole lot. Sounded like Ryan Milslagel in on the tackle there.
Yeah, the Lions did a really good job as a 2-yard gain, and number 37, Hunter Rubich, did come up a little bit slow, a little bit gimpy on that one. He was hit pretty hard by a couple of Lions. He's definitely not coming out of the game, though, so they come back into the double tight, double wing, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Braden Paquette under center. Off to the right side is number 3, Guillen, and Guillen with about a 5-yard gain there. It looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 3 or so.
Well, a lot of times in the double tight, double wing, you're going to see a whole bunch of trickery. And really what the Mercury have shown so far, Jeff, is that when the guy goes in motion from a wingback spot, he's probably getting the ball. They've done that a number of times already, and we'll see if they stick with that or not. So far, really the Lions haven't really stopped it. It's 3rd and 3 here, so they got to come up with a play.
Yeah, Paquette under center here.
And the Lions are in a 5-man front. Again, they brought Feldy up into a defensive tackle spot.
37 goes in motion. There he is. Hunter Rubich. And hard to bring down. And finally at the end, Xander Kimball says, we're going to put the exclamation point on this tackle, and slams him down to the ground after a couple other Lions had wrapped him up. And Xander says, we're done with this.
Yeah, but unfortunately, McGregor already put the exclamation mark on it and had a 4 yards extra for the first down before that happened. So, again, 5-man front by the Lions, but when you run by people and you don't keep your eyes up, you're going to miss tackles, and that's what's happening right now. Lions got to keep their eyes up and make a play.
Cooper Guillen right now from the shotgun, single setback, gives off to number 37, and Hunter once again hard to bring down. Sounds like Caden Feldy credited with the tackle on that one.
And it was a shoestring tackle. I mean, it was very fortunate. He reached his arm out and was able to grab the ankle just enough to bring him down. And as a running back, that's really tough because you don't see that and you're not expecting that. But I tell you what, if he would have got through that shoestring tackle, it could have been a long gain for the Mercury.
Looks like Feldy's moving up again, so we're going to have 5 in the box here. Once again, the Merc coming up with under center here. Paquette under center. Man in motion, pitches off to number 3, and that's Guillen. Guillen met in the backfield, and for the longest time, it hasn't been like we've been deep in their backfield getting the tackle, but the Lions in on the tackle on this one with a loss for the Mercury.
Yeah, I tell you what, the defensive end on the right side that time, McElroy did a fantastic job of shooting that gap, expecting the ball to come his way. That's the first time in a while that we've really seen, like you said, the Lions shoot and get into the backfield. You know, you see 5 men on the front. You got one of your normal outside linebackers playing defensive tackle. You know, you got just some adjustments being made. We'll see if we can continue to stop the Mercury. It's 3rd and 7 here.
3rd and 7. Looks like Paquette under center. They're keeping everything tight, and we have a flag on the play.
Well, that's from the back judge, and because it's from the back judge before the snap, you know it's going to be a delay of game, which will help the Lions defense here a lot. So we'll see if the Mercury stay in their double wing at 3rd and 11, or if they go back to the shotgun. Right now they're looking like they're going to stay in the double wing because Paquette's over talking to the coach on the sidelines getting the play.
Yeah, and a little bit surprising, even on the 3rd down play with only 3 or 4 to go. I was a little surprised that they weren't going to have Guillen back there.
Well, here they go.
And here they are.
The
Every time we think we got to figure it out, we don't. So Guillen back to pass, looking off to his left, and a wobbly pass on that. And coming up with the ball after it hits the ground is Brody Smith, number 11 for the Lions.
Well, and Guillen's up real slow because Carter Maygard came untouched on the left side, and he let him know that his presence was known there. So it's 4th and 11.
Yeah, and are we expecting a punt here maybe on this one, or because they haven't punted to us, I don't believe.
Well, I'm expecting a punt here. They'll probably come up and look and see how the Lions line up, but my guess is they will punt it here.
That's Cooper Guillen, their throwing quarterback, with the punt, and that's over to number 11. That's Brody Smith off to the left side. 45 at the 50, and just over halfway there to the 49-yard line is Brody Smith.
Well, that's a good return, getting the Lions back into the Mercury territory to start off. You always like to start off in good field position, and Smith has given us a chance to do that right now. I'm looking down, Jeff, at the Ogilvie scoreboard right here, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of kids. We've got at halftime for our entertainment tonight, our community ed program has flag football performing at halftime, and we have our cheer camp performing at halftime. We've got about 35 kids in both flag football and cheer camp, so we're really excited to see those kids perform at halftime tonight.
That's right. And so we're 0-0 on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at embracemn.com. Xander Kimball under center, pitches over to Caden Feldy off to the right side, and about a 3-yard gain for Caden Feldy all the way up to the 46-yard line of the Mercury.
Well, and again, 84, Caleb Burke in on the tackle. I have been really impressed with him so far. That had potential to be a long play for Feldy, and instead it's only a 3-yard gain. Caleb Burke has done some really nice things on defense for the Mercury, and the Lions are going to have to figure out how to block him because he's kept a lot of plays be short instead of big, long plays.
So we got Xander Kimball under center, split back set. And hands off to Brody Smith off to the left side. And punching his way for about another 2 yards is Brody Smith.
Yeah, you know, the Lions liner, they're doing okay on the front line, but nobody's getting up to linebackers. That was number 3 Guyan coming in from the middle linebacker spot, stepping up and making a tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Lions. Again, adjustments are going to need to be made if Ogilvie wants to get a big play here.
Yeah, I mean, and neither team really with a play over 10 yards. I can't remember. Kimball under center, split back set. One wing back in the game there. Hand off to Feldy, moving off to his right and zigging and zagging a little bit all the way for a yard gain, 2-yard gain max.
Yeah, it's really hard to come by right now. Again, both 84 Burke and number 3 Guyan in there on the tackles. You know, you got guys on teams, Jeff, that just step up and be leaders and make plays over and over and over, and you're finding out really quick who those guys are for the Mercury.
Yep, that's exactly it. Looks like the Lions are going to choose to punt here, so you got Caden Feldy with the orange shoes on, back to kick. 37, the big lumbering bear, Hunter Rubik to receive for the Merc off to his left side, and then powering his way forward to about the 15 or 16-yard line of the Mercury.
Well, and it would have been about 10 yards deeper. Hoffman was right there to make a play, but he was running so fast, didn't break down in time, and Rubich put just a nice little move on him and got a little bit yards back. So we're looking at about the 27-yard line for the Mercury. Ogilvie's got a great chance here with about 6 minutes left in the half to be able to get a stop and get the ball back and give a chance to score here before the half.
Was Hunter Rubik the guy that was supposed to be fielding that punt? That looked like a last-second decision, and I wouldn't normally put somebody that size back there to field a punt. But it is Rubik on the quick toss here, off to his left side, and about a 2-yard loss for the Mercury. So the Lions charging forward and getting the loss on the down there.
Yeah, you know, to answer your question on the punt return, no, Jeff, I actually don't see any problem with it whatsoever. I think he's one of their go-to guys. If you got a guy you know who can at least catch the ball, whether they're a good returner or not, and actually he made a nice move on after he caught the ball, but you got to get the ball back and give your offensive a chance. So if he can catch the ball, that's a good decision.
Deep in their own zone at the 12-yard line. Under center is Paquette. Paquette off to the left, hands off to the left side. I'm not sure who had the ball there. Was that 37 again?
We'll find out. I think it was Guyan.
Oh, 14.
14, the fullback right behind
Hayden Fredrickson.
Yep, every once in a while he gets the ball, and he's actually a pretty good runner too, but number 3 and number 37 tend to get the ball more often.
Yeah, so we're going to have 3rd and 7 here for the Mercury, and from their own 15-yard line. Oh, sorry, 20-yard line here.
This is a big play for the Lions here with 4.5 minutes left in the half. They got to get a stop here and get the ball back and give themselves a chance.
For sure. They are going to have Paquette under center. Paquette normally kind of just handing things off here. Going for a pass, though, this time. Paquette looking for his intended receiver. That was number 9, Drew Kangas. The throw was a little bit in front. Oh, that was number 3, Cooper Guillen. Throw a little bit short for Guillen, and I don't think that was a first down even if he would have caught that.
They didn't have a chance, Jeff. Carter Magard was in there on the quarterback so fast, and, being the young man that Magard is, he's helping the quarterback up off the ground again after the play. But, you know, he's probably a little bit excited in his ear a little bit, saying, yeah, you didn't really have a chance on that one. I got you. So 4th and long here. McGregor's getting ready to punt. We got Feldy and Smith back deep.
Gian with the kick. It goes on. That's Brody Magard. Oh, and Brody Magard coughs it up and recovers it at the 39-yard line of the Mercury. Boy, that had potential for disaster there.
Yeah, you know, catching punts is not easy. It is not easy. And he did not hold on to that one. I thought it might go out of bounds, but it didn't. He was able to get back on it right before the Mercury were there. The good part is right now the Lions have 1st and 10 on the Mercury 40-yard line with 4 minutes to go. And this is their chance to drive and try to punch it in.
Yeah, for sure. And this is kind of a, hey, we need to set the stage here a little bit. Let's get ourselves a little bit of a lead going into halftime here. Let's put something on the board. We'll hold with our defense, and let's really make it work. I'm sure that Coach Dave Halverson would really love this getting punched in here.
Well, the Lions are coming under center. Mercury are bringing 5 men down this time instead of 6. But they blitz.
Oh, and they're in on Xander Kimball deep, and the ball's still on the ground, and that is going to be a Mercury recovery deep into Mercury territory at the 49-yard line. So a little miscue by the Lions, and the Mercury getting the ball back on another fumble.
Well, again, McGregor is just showing that they're going to bring the house. They only showed 5 men that time, but they brought 6. They brought the middle linebacker. Ogilvie's got to change the cadence because he was in there and he blew up the play from the very beginning, and Ogilvie did not have a chance. So, again, adjustments must be made in order for Ogilvie to be able to execute. So we'll see what happens. We got Mercury under center and a double tight double wing.
Little bit of motion there at handoff over to Hunter Rubrick, and up the middle for about 2-yard gain, 3-yard gain max.
Well, and again, though, the problem is they had him for a 1 or 2 yard loss, and he drags him forward to get a 2-yard, 3-yard gain, you know. And so, again, you got to finish plays and you wrap up and take them down. We got to rally to the football. We got to start punching because McGregor's shown that they'll put the ball on the ground if you start punching. But we're not forcing that issue, and I want to see a little bit more aggressiveness out of the Lions.
Yep. So here we go. We have the Cooper Gian once again, shotgun position. A fake to 33 and off to the right side after the motion, up to the 44-yard line of the Lions. A good little gain there by the quarterback.
Well, on film, I was able to see that they love that play. They love being able to put him in the shotgun and then run the fullback up the middle before him, and then he follows the fullback. And that was a very successful play on this. We got 3rd and 5 here with about 3 minutes left in the half.
Braden Paquette under center here. You got Gian in the backfield there. They have nobody wide receiver, no one out wide here. 37 goes in motion. Hunter, their big man, off to the right side, and he had a little jump in his step on that one. A very good second step I saw, and he really excelled on that one. Not quite a first down. Looks like they're about 1 yard or 2 short all the way to the 40-yard line of the Lions.
Well, number 82, Owen Surfling, the offensive lineman, kind of pulled on that and kicked out Carter Magard. And not many people are able to make good blocks on Magard, and he made a really good kick out. He's one of only 3 seniors for McGregor, and again, they only had 2 last year. So their experience is really starting to show as young players.
Mercury going under center at 4th and 1 here. Man in motion is 33.
That's a false start.
Pitch over to the left side. False start by the Merc. Oh, look, he was going to have a first down all day.
Yeah, we're really fortunate that Mercury jumped right there. I hope we can make an adjustment on the defense based off of what we just saw there because he would have been untouched for the first down.
Yeah, and maybe more. That was Cooper Gian, the other quarterback on that one, and that was a very, very nicely drawn-up play by the Mercury. Fortunate break for the Lions there with the false start. Play clock.
It's going to bring up 4th and 6 with just under 2 minutes left in the first half. Ball's at the 45-yard line of the Lions.
And we're going shotgun here with Cooper Gian. Cooper Guillen with Hunter to his right, and man in motion, number 11, Cody Danielson. Daniel Liskey with the catch, but just short of the marker, about 3 yards short of the marker. So about a 2-yard gain there, 3-yard gain on 4th down, which is a turnover on downs, and the Lions are going to have decent field position at about their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, Jeff, I don't quite understand why a flag wasn't thrown there either. Number 11 goes in motion to the left, from the right to the left, and he's already moving forward, coming towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was even snapped. That's like Canadian football rules, but sorry, we're in the U.S. You can't do that. Fortunately, we got to stop.
We are. You thought maybe you were where you were last weekend there up in the Canadian border watching football for a second, huh?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, fortunately, I got to be on the lake and trying to catch fish, not being watching football.
Kimball to Feldy. Feldy off to the left side and lumbering forward for about an 8-yard gain is Caden Feldy, number 38 in the orange shoes, right in front of us there. Good little break. We haven't seen that large a gain without penalties in quite some time. So Ogilvie finding a little bit of room there against the Mercury. We're going to get up to the line as quick as we can here. You got Xander Kimball under center, split back set. You got a wide receiver and wing back, Johnny Hoffman. Kimball off to his right side, looking downfield, finds Johnny Hoffman open, but throws it into the grass right in front of him. They would have had a first down had the connection been made there, but just not quite, just threw it to his feet a little bit.
Well, once again, they had a 5-man front, and they brought a linebacker from the short side of the field, so are really bringing 6 guys on every play. The Lions did a better job of picking up that blitz this time. They had the rollout to the right side. We did have an open receiver to be able to get that first down, but I think Kimball felt the pressure and just decided to throw it in the ground instead.
So we got Kimball under center here, split back set, just kind of flipped from what we have. Everything's on the left side this time. Kimball with the handoff to Feldy. Feldy up the left side. That's going to be an Ogilvie Lions first down all the way up to the 41-yard line of the Mercury. 58-10 left on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics in Cambridge, Pine City, and Go to embracemn.com. You'll leave with a smile. You can embrace forever.
We got 1st and 10 here at the 42-yard line of McGregor.
Handoff goes to Brody Smith off to the right side a little bit. 36 seconds left here. A 2-yard gain. We have a Lion trying to walk something off. That looks like the center, Landon Hatfeld.
That'll be timeout Ogilvie with 36 seconds left in the half. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the McGregor 39. We've got to get a couple good plays here. Hopefully Ogilvie can get out of bounds and save their timeouts. I believe they got 1 timeout left. McGregor's got 2 timeouts left, and right now it's been a dogfight. Both teams have battled, and like I said before the game, Jeff, I was really impressed with McGregor last year when I saw them, how physical they are, and they have not shown anything different today.
For sure, yeah. And I look on the sideline here. There is one of Hayden Fredrickson being seen by the Wellia trainer right now, which leaves 5 guys on the sideline for Mercury. So we're going to talk attrition here at halftime because Ogilvie has a whole other team set up ready to go, so they can work one guy in here and there. But the Mercury are really limited on the number of players that they can throw in there.
Well, I tell you, that's true. But at the same point, the guys that are on the field are making plays. So as long as they keep doing that and they stay healthy and they're not getting too tired, so far so good for Mercury, and they're holding their own.
2nd and 8. Kimball out of the shotgun, looking off to his right side. That's Feldy in the backfield. Feldy making a cut to the left again, breaks another tackle, another Mercury, and out of bounds at the Mercury 18-yard line is Caden Feldy, and we're going to call that a pass play.
Yeah, so it was actually a backwards pass. But he did catch it. It's a reception, and it was a flare pass to the right side, and McGregor completely over-pursued. He broke 2 tackles, cutting back to the left side of the field, gave the Lions a great opportunity here with first down at the 20-yard line.
Kimball in shotgun. Feldy picks up a nice block, Pass goes to number 3, Adam Shadeen. Shadeen all the way down to the 2-yard line, 3-yard line.
And that's number 9, Brody Maygard.
Was that 9? Okay.
And Ogilvie's going to call a timeout here with 17 seconds left in the half. And so that will be their last timeout. But they will have the ball at the
5. Gene
about
Strateski's over there. He's got it.
About the 5-yard line. You got to look for Coach Strateski.
That's right.
He's ready to go. So, yeah, it'll be about, what did I say, 17, 18 seconds left in the half. Ball at the 5-yard line. This is huge going into halftime because Ogilvie kicked off to start the game, correct, Jeff?
Yep, that's correct. So we'd get the ball back after half.
Yep.
What an advantage.
So if you can score here, kind of get the momentum going into half, get the ball back in second half, and put up a good drive together. That's what it's all about. But I just have to point out again, I'm looking down at the end zone down there, and there are probably about 40 kids in little football jerseys, all excited to go out and play flag football. You got about 35 cheerleaders all down there excited to go. And they're all right there where the action is. The ball's going right towards those little kids, so what a great experience for them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun halftime here too, and we'll show some of that video as well on the YouTube station here, and you and I will kind of go over some of these half highlights and lowlights for the Lions and the Mercury. Looks like the Mercury called a timeout here, maybe seeing what Ogilvie came out with and deciding, hey, we're not going to go to half without calling a timeout here.
Yeah, they had 2 to use. Why not? You know, give yourselves a little bit more chance to get some more water, get a little bit more of a breather, see what Ogilvie's going to line up in, and then be able to go back out and make an adjustment.
With that, we're going to take a quick timeout here too.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
All right, our timeout is clicking down here. Ogilvie Lions looking to punch in the first score of the game, 0-0. The Mercury versus the Lions.
Okay, Ogilvie came out, saw how McGregor adjusted.
We got a high snap again. Campbell catches it.
Well, that's
I got
unfortunate.
nothing.
That's unfortunate. You know, Ogilvie came out, saw how the Mercury lined up.
Yeah.
They switched and brought Smith from the left side to the right side based off the adjustment, made the call, went with a rollout to the right side onto the shotgun. But again, the snap was up, and Xander Kimball barely got it, had to spin around. And by the time he got spun around, everybody was too far deep in their routes, and it was too late. The ball was caught, but it was out of bounds. Just outside the end zone.
I was gonna say I couldn't quite get the call on that one. I wasn't quite sure if it was caught for a touchdown or not. We got a throw off to the left side to Feldy. Feldy met right at the goal line by number 34, and that is an Ogilvie Lions touchdown. That's 6 on the board with 6.9 seconds left. Ogilvie doing exactly, Jeremy, what you had said that they need to get a touchdown here and maybe come out after half and get this game kind of working in our favor.
Well, I tell you what, that was a nice little chip block by McElroy, and that was all Feldy needed. He gone outside on that flare pass to the left. He would not have gotten the end zone. He cut back hard and said, come on, here I am. See if you can take me, and he met him at the goal line and scored.
So we got Kimball from the shotgun position. Hands off to Feldy on the left side, kind of sweeping up the middle, and we are no sign, just short of the touchdown. So no conversion on that one, 6.9 seconds. The Lions up by 6 on the Embrace Orthodox scoreboard. Embrace Orthodox, they will do all insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. EmbraceMN.com.
Well, on that one, unfortunately, we had 2 pulling linemen going to the right side. And I normally give Caden a whole bunch of credit for his cutbacks, but I believe on that one, he cut back too soon. and got met. If he had been a little more patient and followed those two linemen, I think he would have got in for the 2-point conversion.
So we're going to have about 6 seconds left here. Mercury going to field it and try to run out the clock, or what do we think? Like, get on it fast, because 6 seconds is going to tick real fast, and you don't want to necessarily run it out unless you're running into the end zone, I would imagine.
Well, I think it really depends on the return. I think if I was Ogilvie, I would squib kick this here. I would try not to kick it too deep. If you can get the ball with the Mercury on about the 40-yard line even and be okay with that, they still have 60 yards to go in about 5 seconds. So that's what I would do. I would not kick it back to one of their two top main players back there, the guys that always get the ball, 3 and 37. But that's my choice, and we'll see what the Lions do.
So we got Carter Maygard from his own 40-yard line, ready to kick off here. There's the whistles, and Maygard with a deep kick back to 37. That's Hunter, and he makes a very nice effort forward. 2.9 seconds left on the scoreboard. The Mercury going to start at their own 40-41.
Well, field position-wise, it's about where I was hoping they would be, a little bit actually farther back. There is a flag on the play. It came in right at the end. Typically, it's a hold or a block in the back, and yes, it is. They called a holding on Mercury, and that is a big, big, big help to the Lions. At this point, if I were the Mercury, I'd maybe try just a handoff and see what happens.
Yep.
Because you got a couple guys that can make plays, so why not just give them the ball and see what happens?
Yeah, my guess is Hunter Rubik gets the ball. 37. That's my guess. We are going to go under center here.
The Lions are in a three-man front this time. They've definitely backed up, but McGregor's in a double tight double wing under center.
And they're just going to down it.
So going against totally what you and I said on
yeah,
that one.
Right.
They said, you know what, we're happy down 6-0 going into the half. And I don't blame them.
No.
They played a great first half. They really did. So
Truly.
Hopefully Ogilvie can make some adjustments based off of what they've seen. And now we get to enjoy the halftime show with the flag football players and the cheer camp girls. And really excited. We got great donation from an organization and local organization to get all of our girls in cheer camp a sweatshirt tonight, so they all match. Very fun there, and so thank you for the anonymous donation that we received for those sweatshirts.
That's right. One advertiser that does not want to be anonymous is here's the pitch. Here's the pitch in North Branch. Use their state-of-the-art pitching machines or your own pitcher to perfect next season's swing. Here's the pitch in the Tandra Outlet Mall in North Branch. We're gonna take a quick commercial break here, Jeremy. We'll be back in a couple minutes. We're going to hear from a couple of our other sponsors as well.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Soderstrom Septic in Mora is here for any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's
Kettle River
320-515-1081.
Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage, and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocery,
Ogilvie
tavern, or
Raceway is
convenience
open
store.
for the season. Ogilvie Raceway with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23 Ogilvie.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace
Hi, I'm
forever.
Samantha.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
Fresh cuts, or laid back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
at Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident.
Fun and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school
How
time.
do you want
at
to be
Dapper and
celebrated?
Divine.
A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat. And they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine
Can't wait to
City.
get up.
Come grab
Yeah,
your
man,
root
I'm
beer
ready
float
for the
today.
season.
Hey guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like
Getting to almost yours gun and pun and Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand. And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo.
Ha, thanks, boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter
Need
needs to be
reliable
prepared.
energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner. for all
October is
things
Minnesota
animal.
Manufacturing
Stay warm.
Month. The Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association wants to say thank you to all the manufacturing employees and companies. Without you, we would not have a lot of the products we enjoy using every day. Join us at one of our tours of area manufacturers. Tours available this year will be held at Felling Trailers, Brenny Transportation, and New Flyer. Tours feature both in-person and private tours. Learn how to register or attend at cmmaworks.org. That's cmmaworks.org. This message is brought to you by the Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association and bronze sponsors Falcon National Bank, DeZurich, KCED, Meadowcraft, Manufacturers Alliance, and the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. More information available at cmmaworks.org.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility and more. Are iCar and ASC certified and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser.
Hey,
It's
Mark,
so easy
I spent
to get
about
started.
$3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us
October is
today.
Minnesota Manufacturing Month. The Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association wants to say thank you to all the manufacturing employees and companies. Without you, we would not have a lot of the products we enjoy using every day. Join us at one of our tours of area manufacturers. Tours available this year will be held at Felling Trailers, Brenny Transportation, and New Flyer. Tours feature both in-person and private tours. Learn how to register or attend at cmmaworks.org. That's cmmaworks.org. This message is brought to you by the Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association and bronze sponsors Falcon National Bank, DeZurich, KCED, Meadowcraft, Manufacturers Alliance, and the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. More information available at cmmaworks.org. The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Media Group production.
Into the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the Nice 95.5 mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Jeff Schaefer. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway, with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23, Ogilvie.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
All right, and we are back. We're just kind of watching all the entertainment here at Strate-Teske Field. If you listen in the background, Jeremy, too, you also have the Ogilvie Speedway racing tonight as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of action going on at the Big O tonight. There's a ton of campers there. There's what a weekend they got going on there, and they're one of our sponsors. We're super proud to be have partnerships with them, and yeah, it's pretty fun to hear what's going on. And I tell you, Jeff, I was just telling Mr. Bowman next door that, you know, all the work that goes on to try to organize these activities through Community Ed, to watch an activity like this tonight with all these young kids out here running around with their football jerseys on and getting all excited when they score touchdowns and getting interceptions, and the cheer team out there just doing a great job being all energetic and excited for Ogilvie. What a night. What a great night to be out here. And it's warm. Everybody's in shirts and T-shirts and everything else. So,
yeah, it almost feels like we're playing football in August a little bit with how nice it is, at least early September. So, Jeremy, we have a 6-0 game. Lions are up here. Not a whole lot of major plays. Definitely not some major scoring. Lions right in the waking hours, or the witching hours, I should say. 17 seconds left to decide they're going to punch it in. They punch it in and come up with the lead there going into half. We're going to receive after halftime too. Besides that, no real major plays. But we do. Who, in your opinion, is winning the trenches right now?
Oh, that's a great question. I think that at times it's gone back and forth. I do think overall, I think McGregor's defensive scheme to stop the Lions has been rock solid. I've been very impressed with how they've called their plays, their formations, the way they've set up to stop Feldy and the rest of the Lions. But we've had a couple bad snaps from our center too that have really hurt us, and you know, you hate to say that, but that's the reality, right? You're not throwing anybody under the bus. That's the way the game's played.
Right.
But it really hurt the Lions, right? So they got to be able to try to bounce back from that. But really, Jeff, there's been absolutely no sustained drives from either team.
Nope.
So far in this game. And so until somebody's able to sustain a long drive and start to wear out a defense, this game's wide open.
Yeah, and there's a key injury from last game for the Lions. That's Mason Purcell, and I think he is our typical center out there. Am I correct on that one?
No, Hatfield's our normal center.
All right.
But what Mason does is he brings a big body, a strong kid to the line on both the offensive and defensive sides. And so when you have a kid out like that, it really changes your physical presence, and McGregor's been able to take advantage of that so far.
Yeah, and kind of looking down the roster here, one name you and I haven't called tonight is Ryan Milslegel. He's our big fullback. I'm a little shocked we haven't decided to put him in, especially with how tight they're playing to the line. Milslegel, a very, very good runner, not the quickest, but very powerful to kind of open things up maybe for Feldy or Smith.
Yeah, I think with Ryan, you know, he brings a different element on the offensive side. Excuse me, but in all honesty, he brings more to the defensive side, and he really hasn't made many plays on the defensive side tonight. Not quite sure why. I want to watch that a little bit closer to start the third quarter. But Ryan should be making a lot of plays on defense with his size and his ability.
Yeah, and so, like, looking at the adjustments, we're at halftime right now, trying to figure out what each team needs to do. Jeremy, in your opinion, what are we talking about in each huddle?
Well, from the Ogilvie side, you got to figure out a way to block 6 guys. And if you're not going to block 6 guys, then you need to figure out how to get the ball out quick, maybe make some misdirection, but they have to be quick hitters if you're going to have 6 guys up front. If they have the ability to pass a little bit, you're going to open that up, and they're not going to be able to bring 6 guys. But so far, the Lions have not shown that they can pass on it.
No.
And so why not? As a McGregor side, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yep.
I would keep doing exactly what they're doing, and you force the Lions to make their changes because what you're doing's working, and you just need a break here and there, and all of a sudden you're not only tying the game, but you get a 2-point conversion, you take the lead.
Yeah, and talking with coaches beforehand and stuff like that, they were all very respectful of the McGregor squad here, and coming in and kind of holding the Lions to only 6.5 here, and really not a whole lot of yards. If we had to add it up, I would be surprised if either team had 100 yards. It's very, very slim pickings out here.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle for sure, and that's why you wonder at halftime what kind of adjustments are going to be made. I know both teams I've seen they've got some video footage. They're going down and showing their players some of the things, but that's what good coaches have to do. They have to make those kind of adjustments. And, looking down on the field and watching the flag football, and there's like 10 volunteer coaches out there, helping the young guys out. And it starts young, and these guys got to listen to the adjustments that coaches make at a very young age. This is our flag football group. We've got a tackle group that starts in 4th grade and 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And so our kids, they get opportunities to be coached at a really young age. And so I'm looking forward to see how our Lions are coached here in the second half, and in the adjustments they make and the way our players respond. They got to bring energy. They got to bring some fire. They got to bring some pride. And that's what's going to take in the second half.
Yeah, for the size of the crowd that we have out here, we haven't heard a whole lot of screaming and yelling from the booth over here. And I know in our first couple games, it was a pretty exciting atmosphere, and there were half as many people here.
Yeah, we're at the time of the season now where we're getting towards playoffs, and if you want to be sitting in a good spot for playoffs, you got to win these kind of ball games to put yourselves in a good spot. And right now, you're right. It's kind of dead out there, and I put that a little bit on the players because I don't see the energy coming from the players right now, Jeff.
No, and maybe that focus and that determination that Xander Campbell was kind of talking about, staying focused in the entire length of the game, and maybe we're not getting the fun aspect out of it, and maybe we have to go back to a little bit of that. Stay focused in the game, but also make sure that you're having fun with your boys out here.
Right. And Xander made some comments earlier that he felt like he was going to have a great game. So far, first half, McGregor's held him in check, and so, hoping he has a great second half here and comes out with the confidence that he had in school today.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we got a couple more minutes here before the halftime goes, so we want to pay some respects to some of our great advertisers here. So we're going to play a couple more commercials, and we'll be back in about a minute and a half here.
The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. From all product manuals, labels, and safety information property. Always wear safety gear and never operate CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for training and safety guidelines.
Soderstrom Septic in Mora is here for any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's 320-515-1081. Soderstrom Septic, Mora.
Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway, with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23, Ogilvie. A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
All right. Looks like the players are taking the field here. We're at 12 minutes put up on the clock. 6-0, the Lions over the McGregor Mercury. And we're excited about this half. This is the tightest one that you and I have called so far. I wouldn't mind it being opened up a little bit more by the Lions, being an Ogilvie fanatic over here. So we're going to see what happens. The Lions are receiving the second half here, and so looking forward to that. Looks like big number 37. That's the Hunter Rubik to kick off for the Mercs. Back deep is Smith, but it does not go to Smith. It looks like it goes to number 12. Is that Mason Jones over there? Yep. Mason Jones all the way up to the Lions 30 or 48-yard line or so. Lions are going to take out with pretty decent field position once again, right around midfield.
Well, that was an interesting decision on McGregor's part. I don't necessarily disagree because the best two players on the field, just like I talked about the other way around, best two players on the field are back deep for the Lions, so they squib it and put it to somebody up farther, but great field position for the Lions.
Kimball with the split back set, two men to his right, and looks like a little jump on the defense, but where's their movement on the offensive line as well?
No.
Hard count by Xander Kimball.
3 defensive linemen jumped, and the defensive end, Revich, on the right side just went, oh, geez, I just messed up, and couldn't really do anything about it. 5-yard penalty. That's a great start for the Lions.
Yeah, and that was a hard count. We have headsets on here, Jeremy, but I heard that one loud and clear, and yeah, definitely got the Mercury to jump on that as a whole. We got Amsterdam split off to the left, split back set. Pitch goes to Feldy off the left side. Good block down the field by Brody Smith, and moving the chains for the Lions is Caden Feldy all the way up to the 33-yard line of the Merc.
They're calling a holding here on the Lions. I want to know what number they're calling it on, because that was a great block by number 9, Magard, on the end. He just stood there and got in the way. He didn't even use his arms or his hands at all. So if they called it on him, that was not a good call at all. So the Lions went from a first down way at the 32-yard line all the way back to their own 42-yard line. What a difference that play makes.
Yeah, and you got a quick eye for all of those penalties, Jeremy, so thank you for that commentary on that one. Nice call on Magard. I had the wrong number. That 9 and that 3 look a lot alike for Shodin. So we have Magard split off to the left, and split back set. Ball goes to Smith off to the left side. Great block there. Moving behind, that's Carter. Magard with a huge block. And you got Brody Smith being tailed at the back, and he falls into the end zone for a Lions touchdown. Holy cow. What a great run, and just a shoestring tackle right at the end, but he was all the way in, and you had Carter Magard sprinting right in front of him, getting that last little block right at the end. Holy cow, for a lineman moving that quick, Jeremy.
Well, they rely on a lot for Carter when he pulls, and he was on the right side, pulled to the left, made a kick-out block, and then not only that, he kept running down the field and made another block way down the field. Brody Smith showed his speed, but the other big block towards the end of the play was number 9, Brody Magard, his brother, who also made a great block.
Yeah, excellent. So we got Kimball from the shotgun looking to his right, finds Feldy. Feldy cuts back to the left, pulling a man, and does not get the 2-point conversion there.
Yeah, he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a play that the Lions have run a number of times already. It looks like the Mercury are starting to pick up on that one a little bit. I could see the Lions actually, Jeff, coming back instead of running a flare pass like that. putting Feldy out there, making it look like he's going to go outside, slipping back across the middle. They like to run that screen pass to him, too, in the middle. I can see that coming in the future.
Yeah, that all starts, though. You got to have the protection up front from the big boys.
Yes, it does, and right now Mercury are doing a nice job, except that last play. You got to give the Ogilvie Lions credit because that line, they sealed really well on the left side, and then you had Magard pulling back. So the left side of the line sealed really well, too. Got to give them credit. Next time they come out on the field, I'm going to look and see who is on that left side of the line to try to give them some credit from that long touchdown run.
So, Jeremy, as we talked in halftime there, score right before half, score right after half. Hey, we got a 12-0 lead. It's a little bit different, a little bit more breathing room here.
Well, that's the way you got to do it. I mean, you that's why you choose to defer. When you win the toss, you choose to defer so that you can get the ball to start the second half, because there's no more greater momentum than scoring before half and then scoring again to start the second half.
Carter Magard on the kick there, goes off to big 37. Hunter, boy, we'll get his name right eventually, one of these. Hunter Rubik, and all the way up to the 38-yard line of the Mercs.
Well, and again, there's another penalty flag late on the play. Typically, when you're the return team, it's a hold or a block in the back, but I didn't see any late hits or anything like that, so I'm assuming it's going to go against Mercury. And if that's the case, it'll be another big momentum swing for the Lions, and yes, it is. It's against the Mercury, and it is a block in the back, and the ball will go all the way back to the Mercury 15-yard line. That's a huge penalty because they were going to be all the way up about the 40-yard line. So that just happened to the Lions, and the Lions turned around with a great play after a big penalty. So Ogilvie needs to be prepared here for something coming in quick. And 1st and 10 at the 15 for McGregor.
Great results there by the Ogilvie Lions. At Embrace Orthodontics, the team at Embrace believes in the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifetime retention program. EmbraceMN.com. So the Lions with a pride of Lions on that tackle on that one on big number 37, Hunter Rubik. Couple yard gain there for the Merc, deep in their own zone there.
Well, he did get 4 yards out of it. It's because he had 3 yards before he got touched. But what happened is, like you said, a pride of Lions were there, and it was led by number 31 Ryan Milsagel this time, and they got him down on the line. We're running a 4-man front. He's a defensive tackle, so he's normally a linebacker, so they switched it up a little bit.
Once again, the pitch goes to Hunter Rubik, and a short gain on that one. I see Derek Magard, defensive coordinator over there, really cheering his guys on, saying, you can do this, you can do this. He's pretty amped up as a defensive coordinator.
He's bringing the fire, and guess who was in the backfield making the play in the backfield, Jeff? The guy we talked about at halftime, number 31, Ryan Milsagel, was in there again for another stop in the backfield, and we were looking to him to make some plays here to start the second half, and I felt like he was a little flat in the first half, so it's sure good to see him coming out fired up in the second half.
Yep, and that's a great adjustment by him personally, and also by the Lions as a coaching staff. I'm sure that they were seeing kind of the same things that we were. So under center now is Braden Paquette. Paquette, man in motion. The give goes off to the right side, and the Lions are deep in the backfield once again. As soon as he receives that ball was Cooper Guillen. He is immediately met by a Lion.
Well, and what's funny, Jeff, that Lion is number 31. Ryan Milsagel, once again, in the backfield for another loss. 4th and 10. Carter Magard was right there to help him. But, man, what a play. And it's so exciting to watch. I'm just thrilled for that young man right now, the way he started the second half.
Yep, electing to punt. We got 2 guys back. We got Feldy and Smith back. The punt goes, very short punt, out of bounds. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 27, 28-yard line. Looks like the line judge giving a pretty generous spot there at the 30. I had it out at about the 25.
Well, here's how I've always seen it done. The white hat is the guy by the punter. He's the one who directs the guy on the sidelines of where the ball went out. The guy in the sidelines didn't look at the guy at the white hat. He looked at the guy in the defensive backfield where the returners were.
Yep.
And that's not the angle where you get the best
No.
shot. So I agree with you 100%. The ball
Excellent.
should be at the 25-yard line. Instead, it's at the 30. But we'll take it because there's nothing better than this kind of field position.
Kimball from the 30. Gives to Feldy off to the left side. Feldy slips the tackle all the way up to the 21-yard line of the Mercury. That'll be a great gain of 8 or 9 on that one.
And again, the left side of the line there was Hergis and McElroy. They've gone to them for the long touchdown run. They went to them again this side, again for this series, and they got 8 yards to start the play. So good job to that left side of the line.
Kimball under center. Pitch goes to Feldy off to the right side. Speeding around the side, off to the races. Oh, is Feldy and getting tackled at the 5-yard line. Flag came out on the tackle. I'm guessing either a horse collar or a face mask on that one.
Well, he's grabbing his chin on that, so it looks like it's going to be a face mask right at the end of the play. But I tell you what, one of our linemen made a diving block right at the end. I couldn't tell who it was. Just allowed Feldy to get around the outside just enough, and then with Feldy's speed and strength was able to get all the way down to the 7-yard line. Then it was a horse collar at the end, so the ball's going to be at the 3-yard line here, first and goal for the Lions.
Well, the Lions making some good adjustments, maybe getting a little lucky here too. After half with some untimely penalties from the Mercury. So we are going to be first at the 2-yard line. They have them, Jeremy. So looking good for the Lions at this point, up 12-0 with 8:36 left here at Straight Teskey Field. Off to the left side is Feldy. Feldy working, pushing, and backing into the end zone is Caden Feldy.
What a physical, determined effort on Feldy on that part. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he kept his orange cleats driving, and he pulled his two guys right into the end zone for the touchdown. 18-0 lead for the Lions right now with 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, definitely a tale of two halves at this point. I know we're really, really early, but Ogilvie being able to move the ball this half much more efficiently. The pitch goes to number 2, Xander Kimball. That was just a straight
snap, and they followed Feldy on the left side with the quarterback, Xander Kimball. Made a couple good blocks over there. Kimball walks into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Definitely a big, huge last 6-7 minutes for the Lions as they put up 20 unanswered points, and that's exactly what you need to do when you're trying to gain momentum coming into next week. And they just need to continue to drive and continue to tackle and strip the football and do different things well.
Yeah, and so at halftime we had a 6-0, and so at Hones, Wright and Mora has a state-of-the-art facilities and 44-plus years of experience getting vehicles back on the road. It looks like the Ogilvie Lions are back on this winning road, and so go to Hones Auto Body if you need to get your car back on the road. Lions going to be kicking the ball off from their own 40-yard line. Looks like the Mercury have the same two guys back, big number 37, Hunter Rubik, and number 3, Cooper Guillen, the guys that get kind of most of the attention for the Mercury.
Yep, they're back deep, and I'm guessing since we kicked off to them deep the last couple times, we'll do it again. Looking at
Lucas Dressel, different kicker for us. So Carter Magard not kicking this one. Lucas Dressel in, number 36 for the Lions, junior this year. Dressel from his 40. Good kick, lands about the 37. That is Guillen up to the 40 and kind of wincing, a little bit of pain, a little slow to get up there.
Yeah, and it's interesting, too. Right on our side of the field where we're at, number 82 just takes number 14, Nyquist, to the ground, throws him to the ground, and lays on top of him, and no holding call on that one. Huh. So it's interesting. I sometimes wonder, I'm not complaining, it's But when you see things like that, you wonder why things are called sometimes and not called other times.
And
we got 5 referees out here.
Yeah,
tonight.
that's true. That's true. And, maybe away from the play, like, did it affect anything? Sometimes you think of things a little bit like that. Under center is Braden Paquette. Braden looking off to his right side, finds number 11 just off the hands of Cody Danielowski. Just barely kind of ball a little bit behind him, makes the best effort he could, and just slips off those fingertips.
Well, when you said being lucky earlier, that was a case where the Lions were lucky. They were completely fooled, thought the ball was going to the left side. The quarterback bootlegged back to the right after the fakes, and our linebackers went with it. We had a wide open number 11 receiver here on our side of the field, and the ball was just not thrown very well.
So in a one-back set here with a wide receiver for the first time, I think. We haven't seen that a whole lot. The ball goes to Cody Danielowski. Looks like the Mercury kind of changing their game plan a little bit from the power, kind of that power run or that power pitch or something.
Well, when they've been going to the shotgun, number 2, Paquette has been out in the split when they do that. That's not new for them, but this time they did not throw to him. They threw the opposite side of the field to number 11, Danielowski.
So it looks like we got Paquette under center. Big number 37, Hunter Rubik behind him. It goes off to the right side. And, that is no flag on that one. That one definitely looked like Carter Magard got pulled. He had him deep in the backfield, and there is no call on that play.
Well,
Jeremy, I don't even see those hardly ever, but that was so glaringly obvious.
Well, and on top of that, Jeff, the referee grabbed his flag, started to pull it out, and put it back. And I have no idea why. I cannot figure it out. That he literally was grabbed with 2 arms, turned around, and the Mercury get a first down because of it.
Well, Lions fans, you'll be able to see that one. Just hit the rewind button here on the YouTube screen, and you'll see that one. Looking to pass, and met right away is number 34, Clyde Swedberg for the Merc. That was Cooper again on the throw. Good throw right to the numbers and just kind of bounced right off them.
Well, Mason Jones was right there for the Lions, and he made contact right as the ball was coming into the receiver. The receiver knew that Jones was right there, and the ball didn't stay in his hands. Lions are in a 4-man front this time, changing it up a little bit at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I got Max Schudenard in the backfield for the 23. Caden Hawkinson, 23 for the Mercury. First time we've seen him in the backfield. So ball does not go to him, but a little bit of a distraction, a little bit of some new personnel coming in for the Mercury. Like I said during the halftime, or just before half, the Mercury do not have a ton of extra players on their sideline.
Yeah, and Jeff, I hate to beat a dead horse, but number 3 had a really bad hold again on that play, and so it's interesting. It really is.
Paquette under center. Going to number 3 this time is Cooper Ginn. You can't hold if you have the ball. I mean, is that correct on that one?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've seen some pretty crazy things over the years.
20 years in Washington as a coach of all levels over there.
I've seen an offensive face mask call with the ball carrier. I've seen illegal hurdling with the ball carrier. I've seen an illegal where you kind of dive down at the defensive player and at the end of your run and get called for a penalty for that. I've seen a lot.
From the shotgun, you got Cooper Ginn, and almost picked off is Caden Feldy as he's going to the ground. Had his left hand on it, couldn't quite pull that ball in. Boy, that would have been a timely pick for Caden Feldy.
It's unfortunate. I think he wasn't expecting the ball to be there quite as quickly as it was. His body was turned a little bit, but at the same point, that's why he's grabbing his face mask while he's laying on the ground, because he's like, man, I need to make that play.
Yep. And, the ball was a little bit behind the receiver. And so if that ball is potentially going to the receiver, I think Caden cuts that route off and maybe goes pick 6 on that too.
Yeah, it's and the way it was thrown, he would have been on the ground anyway, but that type of throw is a potential pick 6 for sure.
Paquette with the give to Hunter Rubik off to the left side and lumbering down for about 4 or 5 yards there for the running back there for the Mercury.
Talon McElroy actually did a really good job of making that running back cut inside because, again, 2 hands in his jersey. He's fighting that off, trying to keep him inside. Did a nice job. We need a little bit better pursuit from the linebackers coming in there. But we have a 3rd down and 7, so let's see if we can make a stop here. My guess is the Mercury are going for it no matter what.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Down by 20 here. Number 2 under center. Fake to 37, looking to pass. Oh, Caden Feldy looking for a pick. Just undercut that route. And big number 3 just doing enough to keep it from the much shorter Caden Feldy.
Well, that's why I have to laugh because Feldy was in a perfect spot. He had a pick right there, possibly even could run for a long ways. But at 5'8", and you got a 6'5" receiver who can come up from behind and knock it out of your hands, that's exactly what happened.
Yep. So Caden probably had big eyes for a little bit and then felt the presence of Cooper Guillen right behind him. Cooper Guillen from the shotgun position here. He's got Hunter Rubik off to the left. And a quick, holy buckets, that was Johnny Hoffman deep in there putting the pressure on Cooper Guillen.
Yeah, both Johnny Hoffman and Carter Magard were in there, and he had to throw the balls way quicker than he wanted to. He still almost got it completed, but again, another great coverage by Mason Jones.
Yeah.
And the ball's incomplete. The Lions are going to take over. So McGregor made a nice little drive there, but the Lions withstand it, and they'll get the ball back.
Yeah, we got 5:41 here left at Strateski Field. 20-0 is our score with the Lions over the Mercury right now. We got Xander Campbell. It looks like he's going under center with a split back set. Ball goes to Caden Feldy off to the left side to the 40, and finally brought down by two of the Mercs at the 42-yard line.
Again, a really nice job on the left side of our line on that time of sealing. That's Hergis and McElroy and Carter Magard pulling from the right side. We didn't even get a touch on Feldy till about 7 yards, and he drug his guy 2 more yards.
Yeah, the offensive line of the Lions really starting to get that penetration, getting to the second level finally, and so helping their running backs, both Feldy and Smith, get a couple more yards here. Split back set from center here. Xander Kimball gives to Smith off to the left side. Smith off to the left side. 33 of the Mercs. Max Schudenard on the tackle, but not until the first down by Brody Smith.
Yeah, really, really nice execution play. Great call by Halverson on that play. Getting the first down. You'd like to see Smith probably get a few more yards on that because he had one guy take him down. I'm sure he's a little disappointed with that too, but you can't complain about a first down. And I'm guessing the next time Smith gets the ball, it's going to be a little bit more chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I could definitely see that coming from Brody. Kind of walks down the hallway with a little chip on his shoulder, and he's going to run this football with a little chip too. So, hey, look who we see in the backfield.
Mr. Millsago.
Yep, there we go. Millsago with the lead block, but in deep is Cooper Guillen on Feldy. Breaks through. Millsago had a really nice seal block there, but they missed the main guy, Cooper Guillen on that.
They blitzed a linebacker onto the Ogilvie right side, and nobody picked him up, and so it's a 4-yard loss for the Lions. So we have not done a good job of picking up the blitzes. When they have blitzed, they have been very successful with it from the McGregor side of it. Not sure if the communication's not happening between the linemen and the running backs, but if somebody's supposed to make that block and 2 people go to a different guy, it doesn't work out too well.
Xander Campbell from the shotgun. Millsago lead block off to the left side off to the right side actually is Caden Feldy. Millsago went to the left. Caden Feldy must have saw something to the right and immediately jump cut to the right. And I don't know if he got to the line of scrimmage.
It was no gain for sure. It's still going to be 3rd and 14. Looked like he had some room to the left side, so it's hard to say was it actually a cutback call or to kind of misdirection, or did Feldy actually see something that he thought was there to the right and made that adjustment?
Yeah.
Now, and normally you got to give Feldy credit. Normally when he sees something and he makes that cut, it's a good decision. He sees the field really well. So not sure on that play, but we're at 3rd and 14.
Seeing the same formation here. We got Johnny Hoffman in motion off to the left side. Xander Kimball with the snap. Xander running up to the 50, to the 45 of the Mercury. We're going to have 4th and 2 here for the Lions. 4th and 2, big decision time for head coach Halverson.
Well, right now what you're looking at with 2.5 minutes left and the clock running, 4th down and 2 on McGregor's side of the field at the 45-yard line. My guess is they come up to the ball. They try to go on 2, see if they can get McGregor to jump. They still got all 3 timeouts left, so if they don't like what they see, they can call timeout and run a play.
Kimball under center, split back set. Wing
And
back
he
to the
did.
right, and hard count, and they
Exactly.
got him. Jeremy, you can't call that any better.
That's exactly
You
what
cannot
happened.
call that any better. That's going to be a Lions first down.
Yep, great job by the Lions. I love how still their offensive line was. Xander Kimball did a great job of coming up there, and Mercury jumped off sides and gave the Lions a first down. You can't get any better than that when you don't have to even earn it. You just they give it to you.
Yep, that was great determination by the Lions. That was great dedication to the play and just holding everybody, just holding. So we got Xander Kimball under center, split back set, Johnny Hoffman, the wing back to the right, and then we have Brody Maygard way to the right as a wideout. Ball goes on the ground.
No, it was a quick handoff to Brody Smith. The hard part right there is they blitz that gap. Both the middle linebacker and the nose guard went the exact same spot. We ran right into it. It was just a bad situation where you call a play and there's nothing you can do with what the defense did. So we did get a gain of 1 yard on it, and 2nd and 9 from the 39.
Kimball under center. The pitch off to Feldy, who mishandles the pitch in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of 8 yards for the Lions.
Well, and it looked like he had space over there. So what happens sometimes, and I think this is what happened with Feldy, is he saw the space before he caught the ball. The ball goes off his hands, and now it's an 8-yard loss, and that's all it takes is just one tiny little lack of focus for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, pitch was perfectly in his hands, and yeah, to your point, just a little mental error. Eyes got real big, seeing a lot of open yardage up front.
This is a great chance for a screen here. I'm not sure what they're going to do at 3rd and long, but
Kimball from a shotgun. Little bit of a keeper on it, and thrown down by number 37, Hunter Rubik.
But we got a face mask here. You got both referees saw the face mask when they tackled him, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Mercury.
We're a little confused on what needs to happen. Official timeout.
Okay.
Holding on the
So,
offense.
obviously, the referees didn't see the same thing I saw, but I know that's not the first time that's happened tonight.
No.
So that's going to really back up the Lions. But unfortunately, I mean, as a coach for the
Did they
for
decline
McGregor,
that penalty?
You're going to decline that all day long.
So they're
because
going to 4th down.
You're still at 4th and 18, 19 yards. So
Hunter Rubik back for the Mercs. Caden Feldy with a little bit of bobble on that snap. Rubik off to his left side, running with a head of steam all the way to the Mercury 41-yard line. It's going to be the Mercury starting off here with 15 seconds left in the quarter. The Lions up 20-0.
Well, and Jeff, that punt, I cringe as a coach. You got one guy deep standing in the middle of the field, and you kick a line drive right to him so he can return it almost all the way back to where you started.
Yep.
You've got the entire field to punt it one way or the other and let the ball roll. But unfortunately, probably because he bobbled the snap, he just felt like he needed to get it off.
You could kick that thing 15 yards just over the line, and you would have a deeper ball.
It'd be better than the results.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Ball's
on the ground. Carter Maygard on the ground, on the ball.
Yeah.
He's got that recovery.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I'm a huge Caden Feldy fan, but I've been on him here a little bit.
A little bit.
But guess who caused that fumble?
Yep, you
Caden
bet.
Feldy blitzed the gap. knocked the ball right out of the quarterback's hands as he's trying to make the handoff, allowing Carter Magard to jump on it. What a great play by Caden Feldy on that. And the Lions got the ball back on the 38-yard line of McGregor with a chance to kind of march down the field. 11 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Carter making a very intelligent play on that ball instead of trying to pick it up and run. And he just jumped on it, made sure of it. Secure the ball at all times if you can. Xander Campbell under center, split back set. Ball goes to Johnny Hoffman off the left side from the wing. The winger with a head of steam all the way up the left sideline. Touchdown, Johnny Hoffman!
Oh, my goodness.
Woo!
That was a fantastic play called by Coach Adam Halverson. They have been keying Feldy, and he was tired. You could see how tired Feldy was, and they used him as a decoy that time. Faked the ball to the right, brought Johnny Hoffman back to the left on the inside counter. A great trap block on the process. Johnny had one little man to beat. I don't mean little man, but
one man to beat.
One man to beat and a little move to make is
Yep.
what I tried to say.
There we go.
And he made that little move, and off to the races he went.
Yeah,
and he showed his speed there, didn't he, Jeff?
He did. And I was Johnny's teacher last year, and I was very excited to see him out for football this year. Super quick, super athletic student athlete out here. Xander Campbell from the shotgun set, looking for his man. That looks like it is. Is that Adam or Brody? That's Adam Shodin on the 2-point conversion. Jeremy, we got a 2-point conversion here on the scoreboard. That is our first one of the game, and that's exciting.
28-0, right before the end of the third quarter. This is exactly what the Lions needed coming out of halftime. And I think really what you see, Jeff, you mentioned earlier, 15 men on the sidelines total for McGregor, and you start to wear down as the game goes on with that not having enough substitutes to be able to stay fresh.
Yeah, and that's what you go with attrition, and you have to stay fresh. And we've been talking about different names coming in for the Lions, and just able to work those guys in and out and just really keep them fresh as we could. So, and with that, we have our Embrace Orthodox scoreboard. 28-0 is the Ogilvie Lions over the Mercs. Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace believes in results of remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. EmbraceMN.com. Looks like we got Lucas Dressel in on the kickoff here. Kickoff goes to number 37. That is Hunter Rubik. Rubik lumbering all the way down to the 36-yard line of the McGregor Mercs. So McGregor is going to go on the offensive here with the Lions on defense, and that's the end of the quarter. And with the end of the quarter, we're going to hear from a couple of our wonderful sponsors for this lovely program.
Soderstrom Septic in Mora is here for any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's 320-515-1081. Soderstrom Septic, Mora.
Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway, with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23, Ogilvie.
All right, we're back here. Thank you for some of our sponsors. That last one, Ogilvie Speedway. Jeremy, Ogilvie, a great benefactor of this program and of this school and of this community.
Yeah, we really appreciate all they do, and I'll be up there tomorrow for a few hours working, helping out a little bit there. It's it's just fun to see what they got going on. Thousands of people some weekends, 6,000, 7,000 people on their really big nights.
6-7, really?
Yep.
6-7.
Yep, had to say it. Sorry. That's what we deal with at school all day, every day.
Here we go. We got the Mercs from under center, and lumbering down is big number 37. He is just a force to be reckoned with. Hunter Rubik. Tough, and I don't think he's slowing down.
Well, he's a sophomore too, and to see him running like that as a sophomore, I think he's over 200 pounds already. Just the stature that he's got to work with, and I see him being just an outstanding player over the next couple of years.
Yeah, and I see, and this McGregor team, as small as they are when it comes to numbers, they sure have a lot of heart. They come out, they play tough, and they've been in the majority of our games. Big hit by Xander Kimball. Oh, man, that was a good, solid hit on the wide receiver. Great catch by the receiver. Getting up pretty slowly, trying to get a number on that, Jeremy.
Number 11.
Number 11, that is Cody Danielowski. Getting up slow, but not out.
Well, he's wobbly. There's no question. They need him to get to the sidelines. The physical trainer will come over. I tell you what, the quarterback lofted that ball up in the air, gave Xander Kimball a chance to come back and recover, because in all honesty, he didn't have the greatest coverage to start with.
Correct.
And just made a textbook tackle with the shoulder pads. But when it's a boom play like that, it does not feel good. So nice hit, but unfortunately number 11 Danielowski is up a little slow, and he'll be looked at on the sidelines.
Yep. So with that is a Mercs first down. So the Mercs will come with Braden Paquette under center here. Little bit of motion there by number 3, and the ball's on the ground again. Little bit of a bad handoff there.
Yep.
Looks like the Mercs got that one, though.
Yep. Number 3, the running back, was able to jump right on that. But, just a bad interchange between the quarterback and the running back. And Ogilvie was right there, but the ball just bounced right back to the running back there. So,
yep.
2nd and 11 for McGregor. And I'd like to see the defensive line here step in and make a little play with some energy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got a little bit lucky because the exchange was not our fault on that one, and maybe could have got around the corner. So we're under center again. Went off to the right side, and that's big number Hunt. That's number 37, and pushing and grum. 3 Lions have to come in and to get Hunter Rubik down there, and we have a Lion down on the field or slow to get up. Looks like Kimball. That is our quarterback, Kimball, on the ground, on his back, playing defense.
I think he's got a cramp right there in his left leg. He's asking for help. He's like, somebody get over here, hurry. My leg is cramping. And but, what's unfortunate about that, you got to give Hunter Rubich just a great credit there. But the Lions had him in the backfield, and Hoffman tried to arm tackle him, and that's just not going to bring him down. You've got to wrap up, and you got to get low, or he's not going to come down, and he just kept running.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here while we get Mr. Kimball looked at.
A jewelry store? Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop? Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used item, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
All right, we're back with the live broadcast here. We got Cooper passing over to, and that's picked off by Brody Magard. Brody Magard at the Ogilvie 35-yard line. 5-yard gain on the interception by Brody Magard.
Well, there was 3 receivers in the area. They were too close to each other because Ogilvie only had 2 defensive backs in the area, and he kind of just threw it up for grabs, hoping one of his 3 guys could get it. Brody Magard went up and got the pick. Got first down at the 35-yard line for the Lions on their own side of the field. 9.5 minutes to play. It'd be nice to see them just kind of drive the ball down the field and kind of put this one to rest tonight.
Yeah, those of you at home, sorry about that. I'm getting to the quarter change. I got so excited after that third quarter. I wanted that one to last, so we're getting the fourth quarter put up on the screen there for you. That's third. Yeah, I know, 4RD, right? Like third? Yep. Deanna Small running the camera for us tonight and trying to help us with our English, too, a little bit. So we got Caden Feldy on the left side. Caden Feldy at the 50, at the 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 10. Goal! Score! Caden Feldy, boy, talk about running out the clock, Jeremy. That was just the opposite of that. Found a big seam off the left side was Caden Feldy, and off to the races he was, and there he was, touchdown, Caden Feldy.
Well, you know, I'd like to say that I'm disappointed that they didn't have a long drive to run out the clock, but, you know, anytime you get a play like that, and Feldy just busted through there, they looked like they might be able to catch him at about the 10-yard line. They made one last diving effort, couldn't do it. He got into the end zone. What a play. But, again, great blocking on the left side that time. I tell you, we've ran to the left a lot since the end of the first half, and it's really been to our benefit.
Man, I got to tell you, my eyes were off the field a little bit there, just trying to get some of this computer stuff, and I look up and I see those orange shoes just flashing up the sideline. Holy cow, what an exciting run for Caden Feldy on that one. We got Kimball under center rolling off to the right. That is not Kimball under center. That is number 14, Reed Nyquist.
That would be Nyquist. Couldn't see, Jeff. Did we get the 2-point conversion? I could not tell from where I was at.
Yeah, looks like we got the it's up on the scoreboard. So yes, we did get that reception. I am not sure who the receiver was on that one.
Okay, sorry, trying to get some help on who caught that. We're not sure who it was. We have a terrible angle here for that corner. That's the worst corner for us to be able to see something. But
yeah, we got to talk to our activities director about this a little bit so we can get a little better vantage point up here or something.
He's in listening ears, but he's completely ignoring us.
Yes, he is. That's activities director Benji Besser. So just giving him a little guff because I know he built this when he was in high school. I'm sure.
Well, and at the same time, you know, we got to give him a lot of credit because a lot of the things that our boys have out here because of him, and so all of his hard work and dedication, and so we're fortunate to have him as our athletic director. That's for sure. But that's why we can give him a little bit of a hard time.
Well, that's exactly it, and it's nothing but love up here either. So, and we have a good time. We have a good time with that. So, well, Jeremy, if we would have been in the red zone, but Caden wasn't in that red zone for very long, we have Hones Auto Body and Glass with over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. They're family owned and operated just like we are up in the booth, and they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora. Big city quality auto and repair right here in Mora. Kick goes to the Mercury, and big number 37 once again, hard to tackle, gets all the way to the Mercury 48-yard line. Pretty good kick, pretty good return.
Yeah, you know, they'll I think what's interesting is you start to watch the game a little bit from a different perspective right now. My eyes start to wander. I start to look at different things. I see the coaches down on the sidelines looking up at the coach that's up in the booth, kind of saying, nope, we're done. Come on down. Just join us down here for the rest of the game. We don't need you upstairs. And, you know, that's kind of where we're at with the game right now since Ogilvie's blowing it open here in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to start seeing a couple of newer bodies in here, too. See Caden Feldy's over on the sideline. He's normally in on defense. I see big number 44, Tony Bitts, who splits time up there, but he's in as well. From under center, we got a little pitch to number 23, He's the sometimes back. That's Caden Hawkinson with a nice little run off to the left side, about a 7-yard gain for the Mercs.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, too, where McElroy did all he could as the defensive end on this side. You know, you hear some of the fans down on the McGregor side not real happy with a few calls, but I'll just say right now that could have very, very easily been a holding call against the Mercury on McElroy there, and it wasn't called. So they got a 7-yard gain. They got 2nd and 3.
Yep, number two, Braden Paquette under center there, single back set, man in motion. Reverse goes to number 3, Cooper Guillen, off to the right side. About a 2-yard gain there, yard and a half.
Well, he got the 2-yard gain because he's 6'5". So
fall forward.
He was tackled at the line of scrimmage. He fell forward like you're supposed to as a running back, and now it's 3rd and 1 for the Mercury.
Looks like I got Xander Kimball back on the field playing his safety position. Glad to see him back out there as well. Under center, man in motion, big number 37, Hunter Rubik. Rubik off to the left side. About a 6-yard scamper for Rubik.
Well, when you give a kid like that a crease where he's not touched going through the line of scrimmage, you know he's going to get at least 5 yards.
Yep, coming up with a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up, if you will.
Yeah, kind of a little slow going back to the huddle. That's probably the first time we've seen some effects on him for a while, and but he's really carried the load today for the Mercury.
So the Mercury will reset on downs there, 1st and 10 from the Lions' 43-yard line. 6:09 clicking down on the scoreboard. Big number 3. Oh, off the hands of 11 into number 11, who is Brody Smith. Great play. So Cody Danielowski could not get the full hands on it, and it slips out of his and right into Brody Smith. About the easiest reception. Whoops, look what I found.
Well, that was kind of a circus play right there. You could hear the music playing in the background. Bobble, 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 and then catch on the defensive side. So number 11 to number 11, and Ogilvie's got the ball back. So 5.5 minutes left. They do have their starters out with the 36, or out on the field, I mean, with the 36-0 lead, except the one change we're seeing right now is at quarterback. Number 14,
Reed
Nyquist is in for the Lions.
Yep, and to your point, everybody else pretty much the same. We do see Ryan Millslegel there at fullback on the left-hand side of Reed Nyquist. Nyquist under center, hands off to Smith. Smith following his lead block off to the left side. For about a 5-yard gain there is Brody Smith.
Yeah, he had a nice little crease to the left side, but boy, when he got his jersey grabbed onto, he got swung around and thrown like a little rag doll there at the end, but still 5-yard gain. He pops right back up, back to the huddle, ready to go.
Yep, and we're ticking down here, 4:40. 4:40. So I'm gonna just say it, just because you said it last time. Maybe it'll be another big play again, but I think we are gonna try to plug this ball and just keep pushing it down the field, one at a time, slowly but surely run this game out.
Well, Coach Halverson's taking all of his play clock to be able to run the play here.
So Nyquist under center, pitch goes to Smith. Smith off to the right side to the 50, to the 45 of the Mercs. That's going to be an Ogilvie Lions first down. That was a great little run there. Good lead block.
Yeah, and because he got tackled, he was inbounds and got tackled and thrown out of bounds. The referees kept the clock rolling, so we're down under 4 minutes here. First down Ogilvie on the 44-yard line of McGregor.
Yep. And we were talking earlier about that kind of long drawn out series. This is about our first one that we're really kind of moving the ball and getting the first downs without the big plays that lead us into the end zone. Number 23 is that Brody Hood with the ball carry on that for the Lions. Brody Hood coming back to Ogilvie this year for the first time in a year and a half or so, getting the ball carry. So starting to mix a couple other guys in that do a little bit of JV.
And they also are bringing Tony Bitts in now for the offensive line, so another substitution there. I'm guessing we're going to see about one guy every play.
Yep.
Coming in for the Lions here.
Little bits of experience, bits.
I'd like to see Carter Magard out of the game here, if at all possible, with that big cast on his right arm. And
I wouldn't disagree with that. So we got Reed Nyquist. The handoff goes to Brody Hood, and Brody Hood thrown down by Cooper Guillen. Wow, did he shoot through that hole?
Well, Cooper Guillen decided to send a message on that one, like, "Hello, young man. We're still varsity football players here, so I'm going to show you what we're all about." And he made a great hit in the backfield.
You bet. 71, Dirk Stewart out there, freshman. So once again, mixing in another guy. There was another one that came in on that. I didn't quite see who else it was, Jeremy.
Haven't seen who it is yet, too. Hopefully after this play I'll be able to see.
Nyquist from third down, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, going to pass, gets hit from the back by big number 37. That is Hunter Rubik, causing Nyquist just to kind of throw that one forward a couple yards and to essentially nobody.
Well, I'm a little surprised on that play. We sent 2 guys deep on that play on a play action, and it was incomplete, so the clock stops.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, running clock, apparently, because the clock is still running. So
we're at 36.
36. It's normally at 40. However,
coaches could
with
decide.
a coach's decision, they can choose to run the clock if they choose. It looks like that's what's happening. I think Ogilvie is going to wait until they get down right at the end of the clock before they get the penalty, and they're going to call a timeout. And yes, they do. They call a timeout with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. And then I'm guessing they'll line up to either run one more snap or they'll punt it. So we got a minute, 10 seconds left. 36-0 lead for the Lions at their McGregor 45-yard line.
Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the season.
Hey, guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like
getting to Almost Yours gun and pawn and Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand. And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo.
Ha, thanks, boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter needs to be prepared.
Oh, okay.
I do love Almost Yours Gun and Pawn.
907 Union Street, Mora.
All right, and so we're back. We got a couple seconds from the timeout, kind of counting down here. Ogilvie looking to close out this game. I know talking with Coach Halverson on Monday, and Jeremy, we're going to knock on wood a little bit here. Boy, I'd hate to do anything. But Halverson said the one thing, and Coach Magard as well, saying that they would love to hold a team to without scoring this season. And this could be it with our clock clicking down to 1 minute and 2. So a little bit of defense we need here to kind of close out this game and really get that coaching staff and the ball club kind of on the same page and say, hey, this is what our expectation is. This is where we want to be. Let's go out and do this. Let's close this game down. Let's put that goose egg up on the scoreboard.
Well, and on top of that, they need some momentum going into next week. Mille Lacs is the number 7th ranked team in the state. They're undefeated. They're ahead of Verndale right now, 20-6 with one minute left in the game. And it's going to be a battle here for homecoming next week. Mille Lacs has been a rival for years, but they've been 1A, and they went to the section championship last year in 1A, and now are at 9-man. And so it's going to be a real big challenge. I hope our kids come mentally tough, mentally prepared. I hope they have a great week of practice because, boy, it'd be nothing more fun to knock off the number 7 ranked team to start your homecoming game.
Boy, no lie on that one. That will be an exciting time. I'm sure we're going to have a great crowd next week for homecoming. If you're sitting at home watching this broadcast, we'd love to have you here. And if you can't make it, hey, we're going to be live next week for you. We're live every home game. If we do make a playoff game and we have playoffs at home, there will be a broadcast for that as well. So as deep as we go into the playoffs, Jeremy and I will be with you live here at Strate-Teske Field. We're going to give a brief intermission while the players shake hands. This is going to be the end of the game. We're going to get our player of the game. The coaches are going to send up who they feel is the player of the game. We're going to do a quick interview with them, and we will pop off here. So just a couple moments from our sponsors here, and we'll be back with you in just a minute.
Soderstrom Septic in Mora is here for any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's 320-515-1081.
Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23, Ogilvie.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
All right, we're back, and our coaches have decided that our Pine Insurance Agency player of the game is Carter Magard. He's going to receive that Pine Insurance Player of the Game t-shirt. Pine Insurance Agency locations in Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, and McGregor, and Pine City. Visit pinecity.us and learn how you can start saving. Carter, thank you so much for coming up here. Great game. You guys shut it out. I talked to your dad earlier, the defensive coordinator. He said, you know what we haven't done, Jeff, is we have not had a shutout yet this season. And you being a defensive leader and a captain on the team, Carter, great effort out there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what was you guys made? You had to make some adjustments at halftime. Jeremy and I had talked about it pretty in depth. What were some of the things coaches told you in the locker room at halftime there?
They were just talking about how they were going in a 6-man front, and we had to block down where we were supposed to run to, and it was better that way.
It was better that way. Yeah. Carter, you're a man of many words. I know that, and that's great. So made a couple defensive plays that were awesome. Fumble recovery. You had a couple awesome tackles, and Mr. Tweet, Jeremy, and I, we love calling your number 99. You always seem you're like living in the backfield of every quarterback and every halfback every time we watch you. Carter, what's your drive? What's your motivation to kind of get in there?
Just going for our school and pride and stuff, and going out there and giving it all.
Yeah. And you know, you guys, we've seen 3 seniors come up here and kind of talk to us. You being the third one. We've had Brody and we've had Caden up here too, and they talked about, you know, just going out there and being there for all the other guys. You're playing injured. You had a bum finger, wrist, whatever.
Broken hand. Yeah.
Broken hand, yeah. And you got the okay from the doctor, and you said, well, yep, it's good enough to go, and so I'm gonna give it all. It's my senior year.
Yep.
Yeah, so next week we got Malacca coming on over. Malac's coming on over, and what are your thoughts going into that game?
It's homecoming. There's going to be a lot of fans, and we just got to be ready for that game. They're going to be good.
Yeah, well, Carter, thank you once again for coming on up here. You are the Pine City Insurance Agency Player of the Game. Each player receives a T-shirt to highlight their efforts tonight. And when you need an insurance agent, they always put their best efforts forward to work for you at home, auto, and business insurance needs. Visit pineinsuranceagency.com for the quote. Carter, thank you so much for coming on up. And boy, this is going to be a weird handshake. We got it. We got it figured out. Mr. Tweet's going to come back on the headset here. Carter, thank you once again. We're going to get you your shirt and your hat there. Yeah, you got to wash that off there, Jeremy, don't you?
All right. No, I got it. It's good. I don't mind being a little sweaty. So here's a shirt for you. This is from the Aiken radio station for you, and then this one goes to Caden Feldy. So if you could give that one to Caden Feldy, that would be great. Thank you.
So, Jeremy, we saw our shutout. Derek Magard got what he wanted. He wanted that goose egg left up on the scoreboard from Strateski Field, and so Carter. And so that's a good defensive find your sides. That was a good defensive win, but also a great offensive win coming up 36-0 over a smaller, not by size, smaller by numbers, McGregor Mercs.
Yeah, I think we started out really slow because they came out with a great game plan. They executed it well. And McGregor made Ogilvie work for absolutely everything. And Ogilvie was really fortunate to score right before half and then get the ball back and start the second half. And we talked about that as being a key. It really was. And just really excited for the boys moving forward. I think Caden Feldy ended up with about somewhere between 150 and 175 total yards of offense. Obviously, that last one in the early fourth quarter really made a big difference in his overall stats. But he and both Brody Smith, the two workhorses, did a great job. It was fun to see. I think Hergis really stepped up, honestly, in the second half, especially at left guard, with the injury that we had to foresell. So good to see other guys step up and do some good stuff.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about the Mercs and how they are. Jeremy, I'm looking at their roster. 3 is the number. They are going to graduate 3 guys this year.
And last year they only graduated 2. So it tells you a lot of freshmen played last year, freshmen and sophomores, and now they're sophomores and juniors. So one more year of experience. I'm putting my money on McGregor next year to be solid.
Yeah, for sure. At least a 500 team and really coming out and doing great. Well, Jeremy, it's been a pleasure once again hanging out with you for these couple hours. We want to thank again our videographer, Deanna Small, for her efforts up here in the booth. We want to thank our activities directors, Benji Besser, and all of those listening at home. Thank you for your support. And when we screw up here, we're very sorry, and we always try to make it better the next week. So thank you. From Strateski Field, I'm Jeff Schaefer. This is Jeremy Tweet, and we'll catch you next week